All right, let's see. I'm alive. Let me put this over here. Let me go here. And then I have to see. Sometimes I don't know if Facebook is split testing things, but I see that sometimes I have to pop out my chat and sometimes I don't, which is very, very strange. But, well, put on my glasses. I can read. I know no matter what, it's going to take a minute for people to come on live. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Normally, I'm with Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, but today I am here on my channel, my YouTube channel, Stacey Storino, the YouTube channel that teaches you how to use organic content marketing to drive traffic to your business so that you can do more business. Please forgive me. I'm super sick today. I will try to stay on for as long as I possibly can. If you have any questions having to do with content marketing, you are more than welcome to ask it here, and I will be very happy to help you. I do have a quick teaching that I am going to share just in case I don't get any questions now. If you're watching this on the replay, you are more than welcome to ask questions in the chat that'll be down below on the replay of this live when it posts, and I will be very happy to answer those for you too. I definitely check them throughout the day when I go live once a week on my YouTube channel. On Wednesdays, typically 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I go. So I'm live right now. Let me go into my student group. I have like about 800 people. Well, 730 in this particular group. See you there. Okay, so if you are here, hashtag live, right? Hashtag replay. I always love to see who's on the live and who's on the replay. And I do see some of my students are here. Definitely make sure you give this video a thumbs up, either on the live or on the replay. You can see from my face, like it's all torn up. So again, apologies. I don't even dare put makeup on this. It is so painful. I've been sick for days. It is so bad. Hey, Miss Heather Dupay, what's going on? She says, good morning, Miss Stacey, hashtag live. Hope you're feeling better. I have a voice, so I am able to come on live. So yeah. And then Nicola Cousins, hey, Miss Nick, what's going on? Hi, Stacey. How you guys doing? So as I teach my students, when you go live on any platform, really, you want to make sure, like on Instagram, I always wave at everybody, whether they've waved at me already or not. And then you want to go, hi, Nicola Cousins. Hi, music, chick art, what's going on? Hi, at Heather Dupay, right? Hi, Bridget at Personal Space Creations. What's going on? So definitely, and always encourage, this is always my reminder to students and people who are dropping by my channel who hopefully understand that I'm sick. Anybody who goes live, you want to make sure that you are not only greeting everybody because it's just a polite thing to do on a live, but encouraging them to play back with you. At least have them wave on Instagram, wave at them as they come on Facebook, say give this a thumbs up, certainly hashtag live, hashtag replay, because I would always post replays of lives that you do, especially if they're anything instructional. It would be a rare day, actually, that I wouldn't think about posting a live. Personal Space Creations or Bridget, glad to see you. Thank you, Miss Bridget. Hi to the moms. Hi to everybody. So, okay, what's the, so definitely hashtag live, hashtag replay. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Every time somebody engages with a live or a replay that you do on any platform, most algorithms work very similarly. They will take every single engagement point as a data point to surface, and then they will push your, live out while it's live to more people. Like on Instagram, especially, they will ping more and more of your followers. Let's say on YouTube, they'll ping more and more of your subscribers while you're live. Facebook will as well. The EdgeRank algorithm will work the longer you're live. On replays, more and more of your followers, subscribers, whatever the particular platform parlance is, will get notifications that your replay is up so they can go watch it and engage with it. If you're watching this on the replay, I get it. I have students throughout the world. I have thousands and thousands of them. I'm proud to say I've been coaching since 2013, 2014, especially when it comes to content marketing for entrepreneurs that want to drive more traffic to their business organically to do more business. I love ads, but you don't want to run ads until you're getting conversions from week to week, even if it's just a few conversions, like more followers or subscribers every week, even if it's just a few, more people joining your email list every week. In the beginning, even if it's just 1, 2, 3 people, more sales, every week or close to it, or whenever you're running a sale. Once you know that you're getting the 3 most important macro conversions possible, and you're getting it for more than like 1 week, like definitely see if you can get like 2, 3 weeks under your belt, then you might, if it's fiscally responsible for you, you might want to start running ads to whatever like product or website or course. Like I have students with all different kinds of business models too. My focus is on organic content marketing, but I do love paid ads too. There's definitely a time and a place for paid ads. All right, let me just greet more of my students as they're coming on board. Glad to see and hear you, wishing you better. Thank you. Hey, Miss Daniela Waterhawk, what's going on? Oh. Let me see. I have a message held for review, but I think this is fine. From the Speckled Loon by Susie B. Hi, dropping new products on Monday. I got a YouTube video to launch with the release as well. Cool. Excited to see how it goes. I'm releasing DIY kits, and the YouTube video has all the instructions. Huh. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to show it. That's cool. And Danielle is here. So let me greet Miss Daniela. What's going on with all the Renaissance fairs and everything, Miss Daniela? Hi at Speckled Loon. Oh, why can't I? Oh, I can't. Hi at Speckled Loon. All right. Hi. Okay, I got everybody so far. Personal Space Creation says we are in a self-inflicted semi-lockdown here. Oh no, a major wave of the virus that must not be named. I know, it's like Voldemort. Has swept through our community. I'm so sorry. You guys are out in Tennessee. That's bad. Darren is still at the shop, but the moms and I are staying home. I think that that's a wise thing to do. We're in New York. Our numbers haven't gone too crazy yet here. You guys let me know how you're doing with lockdowns or potential lockdowns, stuff like that. I don't really want to talk about COVID, but I'm always caring about my students. Again, both live and on the replay. You're getting any value, you want to help me out, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And this is free training. I know I'm sick. I know I look a mess, but I was like, I don't want to not show up for this live. I think it's important. It's a give back that I do to the community. So, Dorna's here. Hi, Miss Dorna. How are you? The hubs, the fam. Hi at Transformational Healing by Donna. What's going on? All right. So my students know too, while I get into the training portion of this, I'll see how long my voice will hold out. I always want to hear what you're doing. So like what the Speckled Loon did, make sure that you do. Let me know what you're doing for your businesses this week. Do you have a sales promotion going on? If you don't have a sales promotion going on that you're doing organic content marketing for, and maybe paid ads too, if you're an intermediate or advanced student of mine, are you doing relationship marketing? So the biggest mistake a lot of organic content marketing newbies make is that they're not covering their bases on a daily basis with content that's at least relationship marketing based, if not sales based marketing, every single day on at least the top 2 social media platforms that are most important to your niche. That may or may not be the top 2 social media platforms that are most important to you personally, but as we all know, what we do on our personal time is very different than what we do on our professional or business time. It's not about us when we're at work. It's about the people that we serve. So even if you think that Facebook and Instagram is stupid, I'm just giving you an example, but you know your niche. You've researched them enough. You know them enough. You're well-versed with them enough. You understand not just the demographics, but the psychographics, what they do on and offline, and how those 2 worlds mesh or meet, then you're going to know what the top 2 most important platforms are for them. And you will be making sure to put points on the board every single day. Even influencers that were saying a year ago, oh, you don't have to like post on social media daily, they have really lockstep maneuver changed their tune. And I've been preaching this for years, and a lot of my longtime students know it. Personal Space Creation says, I'm starting to get the hang of the scheduling stuff. I just saw a great post that will be great for the next hamburger day. Yay. So I just recreated it for my brand. Now I'm figuring out when to schedule it. Okay. So either on hamburger day, obviously, and some of these kitschy days are the same exact date, month and date from year to year, and some of them are like the first Tuesday of every August. So the actual date might change. But Google is your friend on that. But you might, if you have like multiple posts, I have two different suggestions for that. The first one would be post them both the same day, just span them out, right? Because it's still a hamburger day on X day, so enjoy. Or you could do like one before hamburger day. What are you going to do for hamburger day? What's your favorite burger? And then get to hamburger day and celebrate the actual day. It's real easy once you start thinking about, and my teaching is going to handle this today. Once you start thinking about the month and you break it down by week, and then you break it down like what sales promotions you're going to have. Every student of mine knows you have 2 sales promotions minimally a month. You do 1 or less, you are really in the hobbyist category, whether you like it or not. And if you don't care to make like a certain amount of money or whatever, this is like a hobby for you, no pressure, that's cool. No tea, no shade here, as the millennials like to say. But if you want to be making money week to week, month to month, you want your business not just to be profitable, but to get to 5 figures, multiple 5 figures, 6-figure range and beyond. I have 6-figure and multiple 7 and now a multiple 6-figure and now a 7-figure business under my belt. I know what I'm talking about, and I've been coaching since 2013. Again, I really do know what I'm talking about. I would never assign busy work to any of you because I know whether you have kids or grandkids or not, or you're doing elder care or not, no matter what your situation is personally, we're all busy. Nobody's cornered the market on busy. But when we're talking about daily content marketing, that can sound very, very overwhelming. I'm not going to sell anything here. I'm not going to mention anything that either I sell or anything like that. We will talk in a general broad brushstroke sense about different things that are free or freemium that can help you, so that you know you can cover your base on the daily, especially on the top 2 social media platforms that are most important for your niche. You guys, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up because every engagement point that you can get, especially on a more mature platform like YouTube, it really, really helps. Okay, so Daniela says, we just returned home from our first art show in 1.5 years. It was a good show. We made it a quick trip. Very good, very good. Transformational Healing by Donna says, prepping for the Renaissance Fair. Holy stocking, LOL. Promoting that and just trying to keep up with social and sending out orders. This week is making my post-shipping delay craziness look like a piece of cake. Well, you have a blend of the electronic and the physical going on, and of course, all the travel and the logistics that go with an in-person show, of course. So you are just juggling a whole bunch, Miss Donna. Daniela says, entered a piece of art in a local art gallery show, and to my surprise, they gave me a first place ribbon. To your surprise, not only are you talented, you've been doing this for decades, my friend. They better give you that first place prize. Congratulations. Everybody cheer Miss Donna on in the comments down below. Just as I was returning to my social media marketing, my laptop went down and is being fixed. Well, that's a bummer. Don't forget to talk to your tax professional, because anything that has to do with repair and maintenance of any equipment, including electronic equipment that has to do with your business, you might be able to write that off in whole or in part. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. Make sure if you haven't given me one that you do, give me a thumbs up. Heather Dupay is also awesome on the regular with her accountability. She's working on relationship-based posts. Weekly relationship email goes out today, and we'll run a sale this weekend, setting it up for tomorrow. Very good, very good. And I know you're getting sales, which I'm really proud of you for. And Personal Space Creation says, if I was a food business, I would focus on it, but I might do that for World Essential Oil Day next year. Ah, yes. I just scheduled several posts for St. Patrick's Day. Very nice. Talk about planning ahead, which we're going to get to in the teaching, definitely. If my voice holds up, I have hot tea, I have orange juice, I have from Beelin Pippin, my favorite metal line drinking cup. I don't know if Nana Nance Trombley is on, but I have her hat on. I love you guys. All right, so Music Chick Art says, I started using Flick for my business. In the first week, I'm a bit confused, but something I need to go through every day. All right, I understand that. Flick.tech is, all right, I said I wasn't going to sell anything, and I'm an affiliate for it. The affiliate notification is down below. It is a paid tool. If you sign up under me, you get a free week of it. You can back out before the week's over if you're not happy. They do have a lot of posts and trainings and stuff like that, blog posts and stuff, to help you through the tool. It's a hashtag-based tool. They are an official, it helps you with your hashtag research. It is an official third-party vendor of Instagram. I would not partner up with or become an affiliate with anything that is not like an official sanctioned, vendor or third-party vendor. So yes, it is best used for Instagram. My 7-figure client, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, does use that tool. I use that tool for hashtag research. And it will save you a ton of time on Instagram, and it will show you things that even if you did the longhand math on Instagram yourself, you wouldn't have access to. And that includes like not only how many people have used that hashtag to index content on Instagram for in search, but it shows you like, is it a hashtag that is cooling off or falling out of favor with people? Is it heating up? Which hashtag out of all the hashtags that it brings up and suggests when you're searching on a hashtag or researching on a hashtag, you should also use. But it also shows you of all those hashtags which tend to get the most engagement historically. So it is so many more things that go check it out. Go check out the information page. If you're going to have a paid tool, I would make it flick.tech only because like anything that's free out there, I have not been impressed with. I've certainly used it for years. I've tried to get my multiple 5, 6, and 7-figure now clientele to use, and they're just like, this stuff is very shallow. I'd rather just do the longhand math myself. Once I turned people onto Flick, it is a very rare person that won't stay with it, because it just will help you do the deep dive. Because let's face it, whether we're on Instagram, and I tell my students, you can also use it to reverse engineer for hashtag-based platforms like TikTok and Twitter as well, right? Those are like the holy trinity when it comes to hashtags, right? So the investigation that you use on Instagram with the hashtags through Flick, you can also go and look, and you're going to find out when you start comparing on those other platforms, what you can see from the outside looking in, you're going to find that you're swinging in roughly the same ballpark, and it will help you to be competitive on Twitter and TikTok as well. So that's just some of the many reasons why I do recommend it. I only brought it up because one of my students did. Let's see. Yes, if you don't optimize your content on Instagram or any other platform, including YouTube, then you're basically just putting out random acts of content. And you're practically screaming into a void, because if you don't optimize your content at all on platforms with keywords on all the platforms, you don't understand SEO or search engine optimization. You have to get more familiar with it on the optimization end of content marketing, but also if you don't optimize, you can't be pulled up in search by people who are your ideal customers who are looking for content to binge on. You're wasting your time by putting out content that very few people will see. So if you don't optimize at all, or you don't optimize properly, then, you're just doing busy work that no adult, whether they're an entrepreneur or not, has time for, right? So let me catch up with some stuff here. Definitely ask me more questions about optimization of posts and stuff like that. I'm happy to do it. Let's see. Daniela says, did caught up with your YouTube videos of late, which were fantastic and a great service to us. Thank you. My pleasure. When you use things that I have an affiliate link for, you're helping to, cover my video editor's time so that I can afford to keep making more of these videos. I do go live once a week on Wednesdays, but, and I do post the replays unless the YouTube gods, hide the replay, which I think only happened once back in 2019, for the love of all that's good and holy. But usually the replays post fine on YouTube. Usually the replays post fine on most places, but it helps to cover Barney's time. So I do appreciate that. So yeah, I put out YouTube videos that are pre-produced, that are professionally produced on Mondays and Tuesdays of every week, Thursdays and Fridays of every week. And then on Wednesdays, I go live and then I post a replay. If you're watching this on the replay and you're frustrated because you're like, I wish I could have been here when you were live, no big deal. Put your questions in the comments section down below. While we're live, any comments that are put down here, they do tend to disappear, which is why I read the comments aloud for the benefit of anybody who shows up on the replay, so you at least know what we were talking about. But then your comments on the replay will definitely stay there, unless they're spam, in which case they will disappear. All right, so congratulations, Daniela, says Donna. Heather says, decided at 2 a.m. while going to start offering monthly subscription service decor boxes and possibly DIY boxes. I can talk. DIY boxes. Gave myself a deadline to complete October box by August 27th to be offered for sale by September 1st. I think that's really a good thing to schedule out. Now, when I get to my teaching, Heather, whether you're still here live or you have to catch it on the replay, like we're going to talk about scheduling out the content marketing so that you're kind of mixing up the relationship marketing with the sales-based marketing, but you're planting the seeds for the whole subscription service idea, especially if your business never did it before. You want to start kind of like warming up that pizza oven before you slide in the pizza of the offer, because sometimes people will go in ice cold or only 24 hours beforehand. They mention stuff on live and social media with an email, and you could do well like that, but you could do so much better if you gave people time, because everybody's busy. Nobody's cornered the market on busy, and you want to be able to build that desire for whatever it is you're selling individually, cart open, cart close on product drops and product launches, product retirement sales, for my coaches and course creators, your digital offerings and stuff like that, right? So you do have to prep for that stuff. So the planning part that we're going to talk about today will help you. Music Chick Art says, way to go, Daniela. Daniela says, thank you. Didn't know there was any prizes. Oh, cool. So let's see. Bridget says, not to redirect from Stacey, but Flick has great training on their blog and YouTube. Yeah, like I know Bridget has used Flick for a long while. It's been months and months and months. And she is right. And Flick will keep you from using banned hashtags. That's something that you don't know what you don't know, obviously, and you get better at doing the thing by doing the thing, no matter what the thing is. Give me a thumbs up, you guys. It really helps me out. Even if you don't want to make any comments or anything like that, a thumbs up will get this out to more of my subscribers and my students, both live and on the replay. So even just a simple thumbs up will help me out. And certainly ask your questions both live and on the replay. That'll help you out. That'll help me out. Yes, there are banned hashtags on really every platform. And sometimes you don't know what you don't know. Perfect example of this is when Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill were putting out food posts. And there is a thing, like they are selling to upscale foodies in their area because they're a brick and mortar based business, so they're geolocation based. They can't ship a hamburger to Hamburg, Germany. But they have such a global following now. They are way over 700,000 on TikTok alone. They're heading towards 12,000 followers on their Facebook page, 3,100 followers on their Facebook group. Their Instagram is heading towards 6,000 subscribers. They don't have the swipe up feature, but they can track and trace about $1,000 worth of sales from week to week, just from the DMs or the direct messages alone on Instagram, and about as much via Messenger, Facebook Messenger. So can you just imagine, that's a food service based business, right? You're a products based business that could ship anywhere, but they have such a global following that their global following, especially through TikTok in the messages there, they've been asking them for merch because they're like, I may never be able to go to the United States, or I may never be able to go to New York to have your food, but I love your stuff so much I want it. So that shows you content marketing, organic content marketing at its most powerful, because when you're a food-based business, you wouldn't think that people would automatically think merch, but they are more and more, especially millennials. And so many of my students want to sell to millennials, whether they're millennials or not. And that might make sense, right? But so what I was saying was they used to optimize their content, let's just say on Instagram, with like hashtag food porn. Because like upscale foodies, that is slang that they legitimately use, that typically they mean it in a clean way. Like I just love to binge on content that shows beautiful pictures of food, that shows like various ingredients, in their highest and best form, like big oversized burgers, for example, big oversized milkshakes and stuff like that, right? And so they were using hashtag food porn, like with impunity, not realizing that there could be darker connotations for that. So you don't know what you don't know, even if you really know your niche and your business. So something like Flick could like maybe warn you that you can't or shouldn't use certain hashtags. So Bridget's right. It's been a minute since I've seen something like that, but it is true. I'm not a shill for too many things. And then there are things that I'm just like, you can go use it and I'm not going to give you the affiliate link. But this, I will back all day long. Music Chick Art says, I've gained 15 new followers this week since you having Flick. Not sure if it's related, but I'm happy. It may or may not be related. Let me tell you how I think it's related, because this nods back to what I said a little bit earlier about proper optimization of content. I teach my students about the 5 levels of content marketing. There is content planning, which we're going to get a little bit more into today as long as my voice holds. There's content creation, of course, content optimization, which you should always do before you get to content publication. And then the 5th ring is like content, hold on just a second. Sorry, guys, my throat is really sore. It's content, what do I call it? Multiplication, really. It's content syndication, which is really multiplying the content and repurposing it intelligently across other platforms. You want your ideal customer to find you most anywhere they are very likely to be. The most important top 2 platforms are the one that you publish to daily, others as you can get to. You certainly don't have to be everywhere and everywhere simultaneously. As you get more used to doing content marketing, you will be more intelligent about repurposing things and how much to repurpose or when to space things out when you repurpose. You get better at doing the thing by doing the thing. But content optimization is critical, because if you're not optimizing your content properly for whatever platform or platforms that you're on, no one's going to see it, or the right people won't see it. So going back to Music Chick Art, when she's saying she's using Flick, she's using it to inform her about what hashtags to use for certain posts. One thing that Flick can do is it can show you the hashtags that get the most engagement. And if you understand your niche and you're making more intelligent, fine-grained decisions about what hashtags you use when, think about it, like hashtags are hexadecimal symbols that get attached to the content that you assign it to. That will help that content to be indexed on that particular platform for search. It organizes it on the platform for search. So if you're older like me, I'm over 50, and you're like, what the F with the hashtags? What's the point of it? It is a way that that content can be pulled up in the search box on, in this case, Instagram, for someone to find content related to that search term that they put in, right? On Instagram, you can search on both keywords and hashtags. You can only follow hashtags. You can't follow keywords, but you can search in between the 2 of them. But when you use the right hashtags, people who are searching up on hashtags can find your content more often and more easily. If you are using the right hashtags, it don't just have to do with your content itself, but you better make sure it's related to your content itself. Or if you use geolocation-based hashtags that aren't directly related to the content, because maybe you travel and you went to a Renaissance fair in another state, or they're related to where your account was set up and where you are. Because Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill always does that, because it's a brick and mortar. We don't really travel to Renaissance fairs, but we can go to expos, and we have been invited to like awards dinners and stuff like that. So, but they'll use their hashtags that are geolocation based. The algorithm is getting so smart. It knows when you're using hashtags that aren't related to your account, or what's being depicted or shown or discussed in a piece of content, no matter where it shows up on Instagram. And increasingly with other platforms, they are getting similarly wise. So you have to be really, really careful when you optimize, so that your stuff doesn't get treated as spam, that your account doesn't get shut down or flagged, so that you are not like shadow banned on Instagram, because it is a bit of a thing. Your stuff will be dumbed down or nerfed in its reach. It'll have reduced reach if you're not playing by the rules right. So you need to optimize. You can't play games with optimization or terms of service or terms of use for platforms. And you need to make sure that you're optimized so that your ideal customer who is searching up content to binge on, having to do with their main pain point or their main passion point, that intersecting interest that would bring them from their content marketing their content binging on a platform to a business like yours, because you're discussing, at least with your relationship marketing based post, that interest that they have. A passion point could be somebody's a fashionista, they can never have too much clothes, or they collect every last, I don't know, crystal ball, right? Like I have a student who creates these, right? I have another student who creates like those not the Easter eggs, but what are those eggs? They're like Fabergé eggs. I'm going to blank out on it because I'm not feeling well now. Sansky eggs, that's what they're called. She knows her niche. And when she does content marketing and proper optimization with the keywords and proper optimization with the hashtags as well, she's not just optimizing her content to be just straight up found in search, but she also uses keywords and hashtags that will appeal to collectors who will also collect those eggs. Boom, sales go up, right? Because people will find stuff, whether it's sales-based content marketing, these are my products, this is what they're all about, or I'm having a sale or something like that. You're a business, you're expected to do posts that have to do with those things. But if all your feeds are a parade of product photos and a tsunami of sales announcements, unless you're super big, like Tiffany's or something like that, Gucci or Fendi or something like that, where people are just going to be searching up that stuff because they already know that brand. You're not going to be able to compete with the bigger competitors in your audience if all you're doing is sales-based stuff, because people aren't searching for your business. They don't know about your business yet. They're not searching on your product names or your collection names because they don't know about those yet. But they do know what's bothering them that they want solved with the skin cream, and you sell skin products. So they will find you that way through the digital breadcrumbs that are your organic social media posts that are more relationship marketing in nature. You know, what kind of content you can create that has to do with that intersecting interest, that has to do with entertaining them about something, educating them about something, inspiring them about something, or a fusion blend of all of those things. Let me acknowledge more of my students going on. So Music Chick Art, the smarter you get about optimization and the more fine-grained that you are about optimizing with keywords, hashtags, especially using a tool like Flick. See the link down below in the comments, not the comments, but the show notes or the description below if you're interested in it. But the smarter you get about optimizing, the more ideal customers are actually going to find your content, who are likely going to buy because they're in pain and they want to get out of it, or they are passionate about something because they collect it, they binge on it, they can't get enough about it, and then they're going to buy from you. If I have somebody selling Pisansky eggs on the regular, anybody can sell anything on the regular. Because that is a very narrowed down niche, right? She's not trying to sell to everybody. If you try to sell to everybody, you end up selling to nobody anyway. That's a very age-old sales maxim that still holds true today. Heather, that sounds exciting. It is exciting. Thank you, says Heather. I'm excited. Daniela says, being that Instagram has changed direction from feed posts to Reels ASAP, I will be working on video shorts this week. Just not sure about what the content can focus on. Okay, so here's the thing. Ooh, Miss Lisa Garrett. I didn't say hi to you. Hi, Miss Lisa. Do you have any questions for me, Miss Lisa? She goes, good morning, hashtag live, hashtag replay. Make sure you give this a thumbs up, even if you don't comment, even if you don't do hashtag live, hashtag replay, even if you have no questions. If you want to give the YouTube algorithm more data points to surface so that more of my subscribers can see this, both live and on the replay, a thumbs up really, really helps. Let me see if I can get to at least 10 thumbs up on this. Because I got like 14, 15 people watching right now. And on the replay too, your thumbs up on the replay gets us suggested out to more of my subscribers on the replay. Yay, I did it. Thank you. More, please. Never enough, right? So, okay, yay, even more. Thanks, guys. Okay, so you know what, Daniela, let me just draw a distinction because you're on the right track. But so Instagram CEO, like 2-3 weeks ago now, while this is being shot live, Instagram CEO did say that moving forward, Instagram as an app holistically is not a photo app anymore. That's not where they want their focus. They want their focus to be a video app. Why? Because video is where it's at. A couple years ago, to go head to head with YouTube, they started IGTV videos, and they acknowledged when they launched it that they knew that this was like a long-term play. So they weren't expecting overnight success because YouTube has been around. It's like one of the granddaddies out there. So it's going to take a while to climb the mountain to be competitive IGTV-wise with YouTube. And they didn't know that. But with the short form content marketing videos, seconds to a minute to now 3 minutes, up to 3 minutes on TikTok. This is short form content marketing, and that people can be competitive with a whole lot harder and faster, because holistically short form video content is kind of like only really a couple years old getting traction. So that's something that can be more anybody's game. So I'm not saying that feed posts on Instagram, this is my point, let me close the loop. I'm not saying that feed posts on Instagram isn't important anymore, or that Instagram said, we don't care about feed posts anymore. We're only going towards IGTV Reels or just video. You can post graphics and photos. You can post things like that in your feed, and people will find it if you optimize it properly in search, and your followers will see it. The more engaged they are with your content overall, the more it will show up in their feed, no matter how they filter their feed. But Reels can also show up in your feed post too. When you publish a Reels video, you can leave that button pre-toggled as you go down below to like the bigger button to publish it. Leave it pre-toggled on or blue, the option to have the Reels post show up in your feed as well, because you can do that. And you should. You're covering two bases simultaneously. The platform is encouraging you to do it. Therefore, until further notice, the feed posts that you post with your Reels aren't going to be treated as like rinse and repeat. So maybe the reach will be dumbed down or nerfed on that platform. Instagram is so desperate to be competitive with TikTok, it's willing to practically offer you its firstborn child to at least be competitive with TikTok, if not knock it off the throne. Because right now, TikTok is still the big Mac, daddy Mac when it comes to short form video content marketing. I have a video on my channel, if you're watching this live or on the replay, where it was shot a year ago, but I got injured and I never published it. So I watched it through and I published it more recently. It's Instagram Reels versus TikTok. It compares and contrasts the two platforms, how to intelligently post the same raw material to both platforms without getting penalized. And it talks about the pros and the cons of each platform. The only thing that is different from when that video was shot to now is that TikTok very recently, in recent like weeks or whatever, allowed people to go to 3 minutes on their videos. If you don't have accessibility to up to 3 minutes videos on TikTok yet, I'm sure anytime now you will get it, because they are just blanketing and rolling that out to folks. So definitely check it out. Ooh, Nicola Cousins, I think, just posted something. My mind switched from thinking of social media as a way to advertise and more as a way to connect and actually be social. I'm now trying to think of each piece of content as the start of a conversation. That's awesome, Nicola, and I'm going to tell you why, for two different reasons. Number one, yes, people will find your website, your Etsy shop, whatever. If you're a coach or a course creator, they could find you on Udemy or Skillshare. They'll find your website. They will find you on social, maybe, depending upon how you optimize stuff. They may not know about you and your business to search you up. They may not know about your products, your courses, your services, whatever, their names, to search them up. But if they find that in your relationship-based marketing that you optimize so that your ideal customer can find your content that will educate them, inspire them, entertain them, or a fusion blend of some or all of those things. When they pull up content that has to do with what is on their mind, their main pain point or their main passion point, they will find out about you and your business. When they know that you understand them as humans, where they are with their pain point or their passion point, they go, this person, this business owner gets me. And so you already have that first deposit into what I call the bank of KLT, or know, like, and trust. Yes, some people will find businesses of all different sizes and stripes, and sometimes the mood just strikes them right, and they'll buy from you. They'll buy from you quickly, or they'll read through your website or a product listing and go, okay. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen, but when you think about sales as like a sales funnel, when someone first becomes aware of your business, there's awareness, there's interest, the funnel starts to get smaller now, there's decision, and then there's action, where they actually pull the trigger and buy the sale. Anybody who knows, a sales funnel gets tighter and smaller until you get to the bottom. Very few people will first encounter your business through a blog post or a product listing or a piece of content on social and will drop immediately down to the funnel. Some will, absolutely. Most won't. When you think about content marketing, especially the relationship marketing end of things, it's meant to increase your discoverability, to drive more traffic to your business so that eventually enough people go down through your funnel to do more business. But in most cases, with 9 out of 10 people who could ultimately become your customers, yes, you do have to do content marketing. Yes, you do have to increase their know, like, and trust. Yes, each piece of content should drive them to go look at your profile directly or indirectly through the things that you say in the captions that go with these posts, especially on places like Facebook and Instagram, where they think to go to look at your profile, look at your bio, learn more about your business, then they see your feed. And if they see content that they want to keep binging on, you can get enough deposits in the bank of KLT within, say, a day-ish to get a sale sooner from people. But most people think about this like it's dating. You do have to kind of woo people, build a grassroots community of support to get more people to know, like, and trust you, your business, what it stands for, what you do, who you do it for, why you do it, to get people to progress further down the funnel so that they get to the action point, they make their decision to buy from you, and they follow through on it. The more they know, like, and trust you and your brand and what it stands for, the more they'll buy from you. Since many people target millennials nowadays as the demographic of choice, they're young, they're upwardly mobile, they have disposable income, painting with a very broad brush. Sure, and a lot of millennials would rather buy from somebody like you, no matter what your niche, your pitch, your product, and your sitch or situation is. They would rather buy from somebody like you because corporate America, they tend to eschew or not like as much, generally. Again, painting with a broad brush. But if they don't get that you understand why they're in pain, or why they're passionate about something that they have to collect, buy, binge, shop for, whatever, especially consumable goods can have everything to do with solving a problem and or having somebody be passionate about something. Like, I won't show you the brand, but if people like essential oils, they like essential oils. They might want to buy the oils from you. They might want to buy the diffusers from you. They might want to buy jewelry from you, but they want to know that you understand oils and that you understand them. So just having a parade of product photos and a tsunami of sales announcements, it can get you some sales because some people are just primed and ready and they found you and bang. But most people are the 9 out of 10 that have to be moved along the spectrum from browser to buyer. They have to buy into you to support you, to have that relationship with you through the relationship marketing based pieces that can occasionally have a PS on them, like, PS, I have a sale going on, or PS, visit the link in bio to save 20% off your next purchase from us. But, relationship marketing is not like sale necessarily. Relationship marketing based content can showcase your products and or your services in action while you're talking about a tip, a trick, a technique. You're having content that entertains people, inspires them, educates them, a fusion blend of all those things. And they can still get you sales even though you're not asking for the sale. Ask my TikTok-based students how well they do. TikTok is not a great place to say buy, sale. And your captions in the TikTok posts are shorter than a tweet on Twitter. And currently on Twitter, you get up to 280 characters, and that includes any hashtags that you're going to use to optimize that content per tweet on Twitter. You get way less than that on TikTok. So if you can't be directly salesy on TikTok, let me tell you, a lot of my regular students who will post content to TikTok, they will show content. Now I'm going to answer Daniela's other concern in a minute while she fusion blending it with Nicola's observation, which is definitely on point. Sorry for the people just joining me. I'm like ragingly sick. Just look at me. Sorry, guys. But this is so important. I want to make sure that you guys get it. So on TikTok, when you're doing content marketing, you can make these short form video content pieces that showcase you creating things. Maybe it's Maker Monday and you're talking about your business, what it stands for, or you, and you're a member of your own niche. Why you want to serve a niche that isn't you, but you care about them anyway. Like you can create Maker Monday type content. You can have tip, trick, or technique Tuesday type content. You could have like a win Wednesday type content, like how to be successful at something starring a product of yours, right? Without saying, and buy it now, right? Thursday could either be a throwback Thursday or a tool or a technique type of Thursday. People like to see how things are made. So those types of things work really well on TikTok. And you could have a series that's even time lapsed over a day that shows different stages of a product being made, the different ingredients that are used, the different materials that are used, and then how they are all melded together, right? If you're an artist, you start with the blank canvas, things are created in stages, right? Why do you use the materials or the ingredients that you use to create your art, to frame that art, to, whatever, right? So then Friday could be like a fun Friday or a funny Friday thing where it's more entertaining, but it's showcasing your products anyway. Saturday could be like a soulful Saturday or sort of thing, or Sunday could be soulful Sunday. If your niche is religious or spiritual, right? Some of them Saturday will resonate with them more. Some of them Sunday will resonate with them more. Like, do you understand what I mean? Like, you could have a theme that will drive the creation of your reels, the creation of your TikToks, the creation of your YouTube shorts, right? Because that's also YouTube's answer to the short form content marketing crowd. Let me see. Nicola, that is so cool. It's true. And the more you create your grassroots revolution, to further nod back to Nicola's observation, the more you create a grassroots revolution of supporters, like an audience, like a community for your brand on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, etc. When you post, you can have a call to action be like, and comment down below, or share your favorite tip, trick or technique below, or what did you think of this video or this tip or whatever. Get them to talk to you. The algorithms like it because they see these as interactive data points on the content. You're keeping people on that platform longer. The algorithm will reward you. And of course, the people will like it because it's like you care, you want to hear from them. Make sure you comment back on their comments or at least heart them. Keep that volley going. Don't let that become a dead ball. Have a conversation going. Because for every person who comments and you comment back, there's how many more people that are flies on the wall that see that you're answering, and then they get benefit from your response, your observation, and or at least for them, it's another deposit into the bank of KLT or know, like, and trust, because they're like, hey, you know what? That business owner really does give a crap after all about us as a community. They're a nice person. Everyone wants to buy from people they like. That's why in direct sales, when I was in direct sales for a couple of years, I was at the top 5% of the company that I was with. And people could have been with that company for years, and there could be a bajillion different reps in your area, and you don't care because people want to buy from those that they know, like, and trust in real life. And then you're projecting online that you're knowledgeable about whatever intersecting interest would bring them to have a party and or to buy from you. Boom. They would rather buy from you than the creepy person that lives next door that they can buy stuff from, but they're weird. So they'll go to them until they find somebody else that they'd rather go to, right? Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments down below if that makes sense. And Heather's right. And I love that idea, Nicola. That really is a good way to look at it, you guys. That definitely would help with how you word your posts. Yes. And Heather also asked, do you get dinged for using later to post to TikTok? No. My TikTok posting assistant flaked out on me. No. In fact, this is why it's important to know your tools. So now we're going to get into auto posting, unless you guys ask other questions, and planning out your content. Don't just use any old tools. Know your tools. If your tools are not official third-party accepted vendors of whatever platform you're using them to post to, that can happen, Heather. That can happen. But later is an official third-party vendor or partner with Instagram. It is also working hand in hand with TikTok. So that's not accurate. Now you have an assistant that doesn't understand their tools. So I would either fire them or educate them. If you look up later, they definitely have blog posts. They definitely have content that discuss that they're working hand in hand with TikTok. They've done blog posts about how to use TikTok and breaking down TikTok. And they do it because they're working hand in hand with TikTok, right? And they want you to use them to post to TikTok, but they do mention their partnership or their relationship with that platform. Daniela says, thanks, Stacey, much clearer to me. Yes, no matter what the content is that you're creating, whatever modality or type of content it is it a graphic? Is it a photo? Is it a video, long or short form video? Are you going live and then posting the replay? All your content should be planned out. It then, of course, gets created. It then must be optimized, or you are screaming into a vacuum or void on that platform with keywords and, where applicable, with hashtags that are appropriate that will get your content pulled up in search by your ideal customer. If you know what their main pain point is, or you know what their main passion point is, because you truly understand not just the demographics of your niche, but the psychographics of them as well, what they do on and off platform, and the content that attracts them that has to do with that interest, that would intersect them or connect them with a business that had products or services like yours. Guess what? You will get found. Then when you publish that stuff out, you will make sure that you multiply it. So, like, for example, if I do a YouTube video, I will have a transcript of that YouTube video. I will post it as a blog post on my website. Google hates duplicate content, so I would definitely add more tips, tricks, techniques, maybe external links to like resources, or external links off my website to things that I cite to, so that it's different enough that Google won't penalize the blog post. Then I will embed the corresponding YouTube video in the blog post. Google loves that. If you then strip the audio out of the video, edit it up to get rid of the YouTube-esque calls to action, you use a tool like Libsyn or something else to get it published on iTunes, Stitcher, Apple, podcasts or whatever, and then you embed the podcast player on the same corresponding blog post that already now has your YouTube video embedded on it. That is a triple threat that will pull up your blog post itself, and will help your website as well gain more ranking on Google. La 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 la. Okay, so I love how Heather has a theme for her content on Mondays. She goes, I've been doing the More You Know Mondays. I get good traction on Instagram that goes over the benefits of a product, how a product came to be, how it ships, etc. I love that. If it works, great. Ooh. Hi, Amy Profit. What's going on? Hi, Laura. What's going on? Heather says technology isn't his strong suit, so he just needs to work with his tools and his wood. Sounds like your husband there, although I don't want to out him, so you don't need to confirm that, Heather. Yeah, no, you have to be careful. I will say this. So let's get into planning out our content, which was the whole theme, but I'm always here to serve you guys first, especially if you're one of my students from one of my paid offerings. Yes, this is a give back to the community as a whole, but like, I always want to celebrate your wins. I always want to know what promotions you're running. If you're not running a promotion, that doesn't mean that you don't email your list. It doesn't mean that you don't go on social media. It doesn't mean that you don't do weekly lives. You still do that stuff. And we're going to talk about how to plan it. And yes, auto posters or, software that helps you to schedule and post out content like Later, like I wouldn't recommend Hootsuite anymore. I used it for years, but say Later, for example, or like I know people might still use things like Buffer and whatnot. Some people use Planoly for Instagram, but I personally would use Later. I'm not even going to give you an affiliate link for that. It's not always a shill, people. It's not always a shill, but Later does have like a freemium or a free forever plan, at least while this video is being recorded live. Yes, you only get X amount of posts per month for platforms like Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest, or like you can post stuff to TikTok. But, at least it will help you if you're like, right now, I don't want to invest my money in anything, or I'll get Flick but I don't mind manually posting or whatever. But maybe I'll use the freemium version of later to just kind of give me an alley-oop or help me out from month to month. Then that's fine too. You can use free or freemium tools, but of course, understand you're not going to be able to post for every single day of the week with them. Hey, they got to pay keep the lights on too. If you're just tuning in, at least give this video a thumbs up on YouTube. Every thumbs up, every comment, every share, every engagement does help. It helps to push my video out while I'm live, and it helps to push the video out to my subscribers on the replay. Nicola says, "At Heather, the more you know" is a great theme. Yeah. So when I say like Maker Monday, that's just a suggestion that I have to my students globally. You guys are more than welcome to come up with your own stuff. Or if you're like, I don't want to do Maker Monday on Monday, I want to do it on another day, whatever. This is just an example. This isn't the gospel according to Stacey Storino, or it won't work. But let's talk about now your content marketing, because like I said earlier on with this live, all my regular students know that I teach that whether you're a beginner at content marketing, intermediate, or advanced when it comes to organic content marketing, I always say that even as a beginner, as an entrepreneur, content marketing, or both, there are two main things I want you to keep in mind. Number one, well, three main things. Number one is you should email your list at least weekly. You will actually get more unsubscribes if you don't email them more than if you email them like once in a blue because you're so scared and you don't want to see the unsubscribes and you don't want anybody going, oh, spammy. But you're a business, right? So if they get onto a business's email list, statistically speaking, 60% of all people want to be sold to. They want to know about your sales, your promotions, your coupons, cart open, cart close, whatever. They will buy from you if and when they're ready to. But when 60% of people want to get onto a business's email list, understanding and being very cool with being sold to, that's what you have to do, right? So if you're not emailing at least weekly lockstep maneuver, whether you have a sale or not, you're actually hurting yourself more over time, right? It's not being pushy. You're an entrepreneur. The folks at Macy's don't give a crap on rye when they email you on the daily when you're on their email list. They're a business. What were they expecting? You didn't get on your Aunt Benwina's personal email address book, and now she's sending you a daily email reminding you that she sells Tupperware. Come on. So anybody that's like, oh, heavens to Murgatroyd, you're running a sale? Ew, I'm going to unsubscribe. It's spammy content. They don't have a clue. I wouldn't sweat them, all right? That's number one. Beginner all the way up, you must email weekly or more because you're a business, okay? And you got to remind people and you got to stay top of mind. Email marketing has a whopping 4,200% ROI, or return on investment, over the course of a year for any business, no matter what you're selling and who you're selling it to. Get it? Like, that is the most effective thing. The average adult checks their email on average about 12 to 13 times over the course of a day. True story. They're going to actually be checking their email more than they're going to be checking social, although they check social a lot. And per platform will now be on each platform that has any meaning to them about an hour or so every single day as well. Holy moly, how does anyone get work and school done? I don't know. But the second thing that's important, even for beginners to remember, is you need to have at least 2 sales promotions a month. If you do 1 or less a month, you are in the hobbyist category. People tend to forget who you are, that you even are a business. And then you're more likely to piss them off if you're not selling more regularly, because now you start to feel like Aunt Benwina. Even if you're doing all of that relationship marketing, now they start feeling like they're on Aunt Benwina's personal address book. And then suddenly she's having a Tupperware sale, then they run. So you can't do that. But the third thing that even beginner entrepreneurs and content marketers have to keep in mind is that you have to post on the daily on the top 2 social media platforms that are most important to your niche. This is where content planning and using auto posters, even if you're using free or freemium versions of them, are very, very important. They will help you. Obviously, a free tool is not going to do for you as much as the paid version of the tool. But if you have to be scrappy, that's what you do. Here's the good news that I will say up front. To anybody who's like, I'd rather invest in Flick and I'll use the free version of later until later on when I can afford the pay version of it. This is the thing. Number one, I think that's a good decision. Number two, if your top two social media platforms that are most important for your niche, not even necessarily you personally, but your niche, are Facebook and Instagram, welcome to the concept of the Creator Studio. Now, YouTube has a bunch of different tutorials that will show you how, click by click and step by step for free, to link up your Facebook business page and your Instagram business account together in the Creator Studio. There are several benefits to the Creator Studio. Number one, Facebook hates anything that isn't Facebook. So if you want an auto posting solution or an auto scheduler solution for Facebook, you most better either use the Creator Studio after you've joined your business account together with Instagram. Facebook owns Instagram, which is why, just in case you didn't know, why that's kosher to do. Or you will just like schedule your posts individually on Facebook, because you can do that on the page or in the group. Hold on just a second. I'm sick. I apologize. I'm so sorry, guys. That is so gross. But I was like, either I'm not going to be on the live stream or you're just going to have to deal with all of this, you know? So my students get the picture. Lisa Garrett, really quickly. I'm a soap maker, so I post on Wednesday saying Wet Soap Wednesday. Oh, I love that. And I post pictures of freshly poured soap. Oh my gosh, Lisa, because that is definitely hitting the passion point of your audience, right? And it's Wet Soap Wednesdays. That's using alliteration. That's fun. And then people love, no matter what it is that you're selling and how you're selling it, they love to see how it's made. And even if it's a service-based business, because I have people who do that, organizers, landscapers, lawyers, all sorts of stuff. How it's done is also kind of like another parallel version of how it's made. What does it look like before, during, and after the service is rendered? You know, what is the process like when you work with a lawyer or you work with an organizer? I'm a very successful organizer that I coached starting in 2017. Boom. She works from home. She homeschools her 2 kids, and she makes great money. And she uses organic content marketing because they were paying off a lot of debt. So even once she got to like intermediate and advanced level, she's like, I need to like pay off my debt with my proceeds before I plow into ads. So yes. Let's see. So what was I talking about? Okay. So when you are planning out your month's worth of content, and you're using something like Creator Studio, because I'm not saying this is true for everybody, but a lot of niches, Facebook and Instagram are the top 2 platforms that you're on. So Creator Studio is a free way to get everything done for Facebook and Instagram that you may need to do. I think later can give you more nuanced stuff for Instagram, but if you're on a budget, the Creator Studio will join together those 2 accounts on like a panel when you're accessing it. And again, there's plenty of YouTube videos that will show you how to do it, how to find it once it's set up, and all of those things. All of your inbox, your messages from Messenger and your DMs from Instagram will now be combined in one place. You might find that to be really convenient. You can schedule a whole bunch of things for Facebook, Instagram, cross-post to both. And I really love it if you're going to do IGTV videos. It is my way of choice, the Creator Studio, to post IGTV videos to a business account. The end. The only other easy way to do it is if you're doing a live and then you save it as a replay. You're just saving it on the go. But otherwise, I would not upload IGTV videos like a different way. They can tend to be glitchy and a pain in the butt when you do it. So using the Creator Studio, like how many of you knew about the Creator Studio? Both live and on the replay, let me know. I'm just curious. And nobody's dumb. You don't know what you don't know. This has been my wheelhouse since like 2013, 14, 15, and beyond. You know, this is what I live to do, and this is what I teach other businesses from 4-figure, 5-figure, multiple 5, 6-figure, multiple 6, and now I have a 7-figure business under my belt, and they all are very different businesses. The multiple 5-figure ones are mostly lawyers at this point running their own solo practices. I don't want to lie, and they have a lot of constraints and restrictions. I'm a lawyer as well in New York State, so I understand they can do what you guys are doing conceptually. They just have a lot of like disclaimers and other things that they have to like insert into their content marketing to be safe, to follow with their state licensures, their disciplinary regulations and ethical canons. The speckled loon goes, using it right now while multitasking. I love that. I do that too. Susie B there. The Speckled Loon by Susie B. So if you guys didn't know about Creator Studio, don't worry about it. You don't have to buy a course on how to use it. It's on YouTube. Hit the filter button when you go searching on YouTube for like step-by-step tutorials. Do try to see things that came out in the last month, and they will pull that stuff up so that you get the latest click by click. And if you didn't know that YouTube had a filter, segment, it does for search, which is really good, especially when you're looking for anything tech or anything that has some sort of dated shelf life, right? So if you're looking for click by click and how to do it, the easiest way to do it, you can do that on YouTube, and that is free. Do not use any other, for Facebook anyway, do not use anything else other than just directly on board in app for Facebook. If you don't want the Creator Studio, I have no idea why you wouldn't want it, and it's free. But for anything Facebook-esque, yes, go in app. Don't use Hootsuite or something else for Facebook. Facebook can't stand it. And the only reason why Facebook allows for the Creator Studio is, again, it owns Instagram for like many years now. So that's what I would use for Facebook and Instagram. If you have a Facebook group, and you should, in addition to your Facebook page, on the group, you're just going to you're going to create your post, and then there's like a little button that you can push at the bottom, like a little calendar type button, or you can schedule it out. There's a little caret, and you go schedule, and then you pick it on the calendar, and then you do that. But for the Facebook page and the Instagram business account, boom. Okay, so that's how you do those. If you're really going to deep dive on Instagram, which I think you should, you can use a fusion blend of Creator Studio, and then I would use Later. Later is probably the paid tool of choice for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at a given month on the calendar, right? This is my 2022 paper calendar. You go paper, you go digital. I don't care how you do it. Whatever version for you works, you work it. And the older you are, the more you might use a fusion blend of paper and then digital, right? You might have, let's see, I don't know if even in dark mode it'll show up well, but we could do, it does. So paper and digital both. There's nothing wrong with that. Look at a given month. So since we're in since we're in August while this is live, you might want to go and look at, say, October. I'm so obsessed with October right now. It's my birthday. Anyway, look. We're looking at September going forward. Let's say you're sitting in August and you want to plan a month ahead. So you're going to look at every day in August, and you're going to say, okay, whether you're a product-based business or you're a coach, course creator, or you're a service-based business, it's going to have like paid coupons or promotions. Like the first thing that I would do if I were you, and I'll just use the paper version because it's big and easy. You look at a month and you go, okay, when am I launching a product line collection? Let's say, when am I retiring one? When am I going to have cart open, cart close on my course or my coaching bundles? When is it going to open? When is it going to close? And if you're a coach or a course creator and you say, hey, Stacey, how am I going to do 2 promotions a month? You can, depending upon what you're selling, have to. Like I sell digital bundles to help people do content marketing called the Popularity Plan. So that will be 1 week or, at least 5 days, cart open, cart close for that. And then I'll either sell a mini course or relaunch or launch a bigger course at another point during a month. But if you're a coach or course creator and you're like, I only have like one big offering, what's my other thing going to be? Maybe I'll get into digital bundles, maybe I won't, but what will I do otherwise? If you're an affiliate for a tool, there's nothing wrong with doing like a series of YouTube videos, blog posts, podcast episodes, or however you want to do it that your particular following likes, where you drive people to an affiliate link, bada boom, you might get some affiliate income. Or is there merch for your brand because you're an influencer or you've been around for a long time as a business and people have asked for merch? Like my 7-figure success, Joe's Dairy Barn Grill. People are like, here, take my money. I want to wear stuff with your logo on it. Or I want a shirt or a hat that says I'm a member of the JDB family. When they're doing that, dude, that you're doing really well. So the first thing I would do is I would whip out my calendar for a given month that I'm planning the content on. And when am I launching something? When am I retiring something? When am I having a clearance sale? When am I having a site-wide sale? When am I going to launch a coupon? These are for my service-based businesses too. Or if I'm an attorney, when am I going to have like free consultation week, right? Or discounted consultation week. Same thing, services can do like free consultation or discounted consultation. It doesn't always have to be physical, tangible products for you to plan out your sales promotions. You plug those in first. Why? They're fixed. They should be, right? So, and then also you can back up out of those days and go, well, I can do relationship marketing stuff on those days. It might have a PS to remind people that I have a sale going on. If I'm doing more and more content marketing, no harm, no foul on that. But if you're like, I'm only going to do one piece of organic content a day, and fine, I'm just going to restrict myself because I'm a new entrepreneur or I'm new at organic content marketing through social media or whatnot, fine. Then 2 platforms. Let's say pretend it's Facebook and Instagram. So you're just going to use the Creator Studio, or maybe later for some more high functioning stuff for Instagram, maybe. Okay, so now you know what auto posters you're going to use. You know what auto schedule or content scheduling tools, free and or paid, you're going to use. And then you know what dates you're going to have to create content for to talk about the sale, the promotion, whatever, right? The sales-based stuff. And you're going to create all that content and schedule it out first while the sale is live, but also, so cart open, cart close, let's say, or launching a product line and retiring it or whatever, let's say, or a product launch celebration opens and then closes, whatever. But you also have to, this is my whole pizza oven theory. You can't just drop a sale out of the sky and say, surprise, today's 20% off on my site. I mean, you could, and you might get sales, and it's wonderful if you do. But if you don't get any and you're pissed off going, but I did a great site-wide sale, and I emailed and I did a live stream about it, and I sent out social media content on that day and nothing happened. Excuse me, people are busy. Nobody's cornered the market on busy. You have to warm up the pizza oven for best success when you slide the pizza of your sale, promotion, coupon, whatever, into the oven so that when you pull it out, it's cooked and it tastes good. Can you eat ice cold pizza? I guess it'd be gross to me. Could you eat pizza that's barely warm? Is it edible? Maybe. But, it's best when you've warmed up that oven. You tend to get best results when you do that. 24 hours beforehand to hawk about a sale, yeah, that's more effective than not being. But when you plug in the dates for your promotions, for your coupons, cart open, cart close, that sort of thing. Where's my next fluid? Is that sick as a dog? Then you're going to go, how much warm up can I do? Can I do a whole week's worth of warm up? If you're a coach or a course creator, that might not be a bad idea. If you're doing products and stuff like that, at least 2-3 days in advance, start warming up. If you can warm up more where you're talking just straight up about the sale, and don't forget, if you're a VIP, maybe I let you into the sale early, or maybe if you're a VIP, when I say VIP, I mean somebody on my email list, right? You might get a double dip coupon, or you might get a coupon and free shipping, right? Like whatever you're going to do, so that you're not only warming up the pizza oven for the sale, and so it's sales-based marketing, but you don't have that sale going on yet, but you're also enticing people to get on your email list. It's so important. Why? Besides everything I said earlier on today, it's also important because approximately 75% of all your sales are going to come from your email list from month to month, and approximately 25% of your sales, again, not a bright line, but roughly, will come from social media and whoever trips across your website. Even if you have great Google SEO organically, and it does take months to get there, you can get there. It's not undoable. It's not just pay to play. People like to whine about stuff like that. It might take you half a year or more of persistently and consistently keeping your website updated, persistently and consistently putting up blog posts. Once a week is still very fine to keep up with your website. What is this? Oh, that's very nice. Cool. But thank you, Jill. But you do want to make sure, right, that you are taking your warm-up time for the pizza oven of your sale or promotion. You want to remind people that you have an email list and why they want to get on it. Can they double dip with that coupon? Do they get into the sale early? So for my physical product space people, you know what? You might sell out of stuff. I've had students sell out of stuff the day before they card open on some products, or they have so much demand the day before that they get wiped out for sure when it's open to everybody else. You want to make sure that you get those people on the list because they're checking their email more than they're checking their social media. That's just one of the many reasons why email marketing is still king. Social media is just the gateway drug to get them onto your email list. Once they're on your email list, they're going to have a coupon, a promo, or something. They're more likely to buy immediately. And even for those that don't yet, they will see your emails, they will see your social, they'll see your once a week lives, whatever. You put more deposits into the bank of know, like, and trust. Over time, you have wooed them or dated them enough that they want to marry you or your brand and give you a sale. Okay, so hi, Shannon Foster. What's going on? Thank you for being very honest and vulnerable. And the same thing with you, Michelle McLaughlin. How can I help you? Okay, so Shannon says, okay, this is cool. She says, I struggle getting subscribers to my email list. Most of my customers are from Instagram. And Michelle says, same here. So thank you guys both for being so honest and so vulnerable. I can't help you guys if you don't come forward and say what your challenges are. So, like I said earlier, I don't know when you guys came in to the live. Make sure you circle back and listen to the whole thing because there was a lot of cool stuff, Q&A and all that, and there was a lot of cool content that talked about getting people to go to your profile to join your email list, all the benefits of email marketing. You'll probably roughly approximately triple your income once you get more people to become email list VIPs or whatever you call them, right? Because they're going to check their email more than anything else. And 60% of people jump onto an email list expecting to be sold to, wanting to have offers made to them. And if they can take advantage of them, they will. That's why sales go up roughly as you build your email list. As I also said earlier, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, my 7-figure client, they were very resistant to even having an email list at all. They said so many people have emails. This was mid 2016. They said so many people have emails. Nobody wants to read more emails. People are getting too many emails. Who wants to get an email from a shack that was built in 1960? Most of it's original to 1960. That is 765 square feet big on the side of the road. And I took them from profitable but barely to, in 2 years, a 7-figure business. And year over year, even 2020 in the year of COVID, they've gone up and they become even more so 7-figure, not less so. Email marketing and social media marketing as a fusion blend and having a decent website that you can place orders through for them, takeout and delivery, made all the difference. As much as people complain and moan that they don't like email, they will open email for sales. So how you get, so let me read the comments and I'm going to answer your questions more so. I'll close the loop, I promise, ladies. Shannon says, I make watercolor paint and release new colors twice a month. I start teasing new colors 1 month ahead. So that's cool when you're planning out your content, right? That's very smart. Shannon, thank you for your leadership because everybody else, like, think about teasing, ABT, always be teasing that sale, that product line collection, that promotion, right? Ahead. So we start teasing new colors 1 month ahead. Great. When I send samples to my brand ambassadors, okay, then we tease again 1 week ahead. I like that. She says, I also never know what to say in emails and how often to send them. Michelle McLaughlin, I'm going to answer you in a second, Shannon. Let me just get Michelle in there too. Michelle says, clients love my products, but it seems hard to get followers as well on Instagram. Infinity Paper creates custom invites, cards, tags, stickers, etc. There are lots of people that like to use that stuff because it's consumable goods. They use them and they want to come back to you and buy more. So when you get people to use this stuff more and more often, you can get sales more and more often from them too. And then people do like to collect stickers and stuff like that. I loved to collect stickers when I was younger. So Michelle says, I never know what to say on my email list either. I would pay for templates. Ooh. Well, all right. I don't normally want to be salesy here. The popularity plan is a monthly non-subscription, okay, product digital bundle. I don't know if some of my students are on or still on that use the popularity plan. I sell it every month. That contains templated emails, 4 of them. I'll tell you why this number in a minute. Templated captions for social media, best used on places like Facebook, Instagram, and even for descriptions on Pinterest pins. There's 15 of those, and corresponding social media graphics. There's 15 of those because they correspond with the captions. See link below to get on. So go into if you're not on my email list already, Michelle and Shannon, once a month for about 5 days, I launched the popularity plan. It's a $37 digital bundle of assets. You get 4 pre-templated emails. Yes, you're going to fill in blanks because everybody's business is different. And you might want to tweak the language a little so it sounds more like you. But if you hate writing or you don't know what to say in emails, these are relationship-based emails that does have a PS built in. So if you just so happen to have a sale going on or you just so happen to have a promotion going on, you can very quickly say something that's sales related in the PS just as a reminder or whatever, right? But you don't have to have the PS if it's not applicable. You're not running a sale that week, you just delete it. So 4 emails, because at a minimum, you need to send an email out every single week to your list, or paradoxically, you will get more unsubscribes than you would if you sent emails daily. And I know that sounds crazy, but people are so busy, nobody's cornered the market on busy, that they'll be like, who now? And they'll unsubscribe. And especially if all you do is sales-based emails, while 60% of people come on because they want to know about the sales, and they may or may not care if you don't have relationship-based marketing. The other 40%, especially if they're millennials or young at heart Gen Xers or Gen Zers, let's say, they want to have a relationship with you. So if all you do is sell, then they get pissed and they may not buy from you and they may unsubscribe. So an email that is either completely relationship marketing based or at least has a sales based reminder, nobody's going to hate on a PS, should go out once a week. If you're not doing that, you are not emailing your list enough. So whoever gets on your email list is not likely to stay on your email list. I know it's counterintuitive. You're not being pushy. Again, you're not their Aunt Benwina. They are not getting on an email list and then suddenly you get the drop on them and they're like, how dare you sell to me? That's ridiculous. So then Michelle McLaughlin says, perfect and so true. I will answer more of your question, Michelle and Shannon. So Bridget's one of my Bridget from Personal Space Creations has been a popularity plan loyalist since it launched several months ago. Just popularity plan has helped me so much. I used to spend hours a day on social media. Now I spend 1, maybe 2 hours if I'm overly OCD, days a month. That includes my 4 scheduled emails every month. Michelle McLaughlin says I'm going to try it. Michelle and Shannon, are you already on my email list or did you just find me today on YouTube? If you're not already on my email list, go into, let me know, one or both of you if you care to, or you can go to the description down below. You can get on an email list of mine right now. My freebie is how to deal with difficult people as an entrepreneur or in a business sense. You can get that. But if you're already on my email list, then you don't have to worry about that. Yes, ma'am, I'm on your email list. Okay, so I will launch that. That's one of my 2 minimum promotions. I walk my talk a month. So you will have a 5-day cart open, cart close. Typically, I like to run it Monday through Friday because a lot of entrepreneurs are working from home. Weekends might be crazy for them. They might have their weekend warriors, they have families or whatever. So Monday through Friday is when I do my cart open, cart close on that. And I'm always selling a pack that'll go for the month ahead. A minimum, everybody, of 4 emails a month. And that should be scheduled, all right? And whatever ESP or email service provider you're using, like MailChimp or ConvertKit or whatever, you plug those things in, you schedule them out. Yes, you can, and you're good to go. The 15 social media graphics that are pre-done, we try to use them in neutral templates and fonts so anyone can use it, and it shouldn't really clash with your overall aesthetic, right? We try to do that. And then there's 15 corresponding templated social media captions. Again, these are more, there's blanks to fill in. You can tweak it as you wish so that it sounds like it's more your voice. But if you hate coming up with, you don't love writing, this is a big help to you. 15 social media captions that go with 15 social media corresponding graphics. They are meant to help you do half of your social media marketing. They have to do with holidays and or tentpole events like Hamburger Day, like we talked about earlier, right, Miss Bridget? That will resonate with most humans. So no matter what your niche, pitch, product, and or sitch is, you should be able to use all 15 graphics and all 15 corresponding social media posts. When you're going to plug in your popularity plan pack stuff, I was not planning on talking about it. We were just going to talk about this, but I don't care. Y'all brought it up, so that's fine. I'll go where we go with this stuff. That'll help you cover half of the month for relationship marketing based posts. And again, like I said earlier, you might be running a sale and have your sales based emails and social posts. You might have a live and post a replay. You're going to schedule your weekly lives. Don't go live less than once a week. It's just not enough for algorithms to love you or for people to get used to it, right? Because the more you go live, the more people will show up if and only if you're posting on social that you're doing it and that you're emailing your list that you're doing it. And then you have to keep the appointment. So even if 2 or 3 people show up, over time, those people will keep coming back. They'll comment, they'll engage, they'll share, whatever. The algorithm will push your stuff out to people more when you go live. So again, schedule a weekly live minimum, schedule a weekly email minimum, schedule your sales-based posts, schedule your sales warm-up posts. In those sales warm-up posts, you are telling people email list members get better treatment. Now, what are you emailing people, right? Ooh, okay. Shannon Foster says, I have your Charm Magic and Message Funnel program. Well, both of those, Message is all about email marketing. So that's going to answer a lot of your questions in depth. Shannon, that was a worthy investment. And the Charm Funnel Fairy Godmother course and the Message Funnel Fairy Godmother course, Charm talks about building up engagement and parasocial relationships through building up a branded audience of brand enthusiasts because you're talking shop with them about that intersecting interest that they care about. So that's aside from whatever sales-based stuff you're doing from month to month, a minimum of 2 promotions a month, or you're not training your audience to treat you like a business. I'm sorry, you might get some complaints. You will over time get more sales. I boast quite a few people who are multiple 5 and 6-figure success. And then my attorneys who I've been coaching since 2013, 14, my organizers since 2017, and Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill since 2016, they have gone on to be 6-figure, multiple 6-figure, and 7-figure successes. Okay. You will occasionally get people grousing, I don't know what drugs they were on. You're a business. You're going to sell to them. That's offensive. Bye-bye. But you will train up your audience to expect promotions and coupons and stuff like that. You will also be talking about in your relationship marketing based stuff, what's going on in their lives. You will talk about it, shooting it through the lens of the intersecting interest because they have a pain point or a passion point that would bring them to a business like yours. Like Nicola Cousin, one of my students said, you are engaging back and forth and talking shop. This is how you build a branded community. This is how you get to 1,000 or more people following you, subscribing to you, whatever. And you all have this stuff in common because you're either one of the members of your audience, which a lot of people are. I'm my own customer, right? Let's say. They like makeup. I like makeup. We could talk about makeup all day long. We could talk about makeup trends. We could talk about seasonal makeup. We could talk about, makeup brands and why I'm different from them. We could talk about organic makeup. We could talk about the packaging of makeup. We could talk, I mean, seriously, folks, we could talk about makeup and what, colors not to wear against what kind of skin colors. No matter what you sell and who that you sell it to, you could talk shop with them all day long. Shannon says, I will go through them again this week. Yes. And the popularity plan would help you with at least your relationship marketing, your email-based marketing. So Michelle said, clients love my products, but it seems hard to get followers as well on Instagram. Okay, because she's selling custom invites, cards, tags, stickers, probably stationery and stuff like that, right? Shannon, Michelle, if I'm barking up the wrong tree, let me know, okay? Because I don't want to go off. How do I purchase a popularity plan, says Michelle. Are you on my email list? Because you will get an invitation to do that when I go live with that cart open, cart close on the Wednesday that I do a live stream. I will also put the link for you to shop the popularity plan for that month, right? We're always going for the month ahead. Makes sense. So you can do it either which way. Are you on my email list, Michelle? Did you tell me that you were? Yes, you were on my email list. So open my emails, Miss Michelle, because I'm not shy about selling to my list, and neither should you be. So let's say that we're Michelle and we're selling all kinds of stationaries and stuff like that. Onika Ben Schwartz, who's one of my really, really successful students, she got picked by Etsy for a crossover event last year. A Beautiful Mess was the crossover on Etsy. She got picked with a couple other Etsy business owners. This is what she sold in that collection. She had other pieces too, if I'm not mistaken. But she also has a parallel stationery business. And so she applies what I taught her to elevate her products-based business through her website, through Etsy, and social and email marketing. She has the same niche, but a different pain point or passion point. So she knows how to talk to this niche because it's the same people, but it's a different intersecting interest or different thing that she gets to talk shop about with them. So let's make sure I'm talking to the right person. Michelle. I'll talk to Michelle and then I'll give Shannon an idea of what I would talk about too. Okay, so if I'm selling stationery and stickers and all sorts of like paper goods, I would be talking shop with these people about communicating. All the links say oops. Yeah, because I'm not selling it right now. This stuff I only do cart open, cart close. When you say all the links say oops, do you mean to the popularity plan? Because yeah, no kidding. It's the cart isn't open yet. So that's not surprising. If there's another link that it says oops to, let me know. We'll go and fix it, Michelle. But so you only get them when the cart's open and the cart's closed typically. Once you bought a popularity plan pack, you might be able to. We have sales pages in the members area for where you get your digital assets for the popularity plan. And then we typically put in a sales page for like previous like back issues so people can buy back issues. Oh, okay. See, that's why. See, and one of the things that will drive up sales is urgency and scarcity. So like once you become a regular customer of mine's, membership has its privileges, right? So just like with your email VIP list, maybe they always get, I don't know, preferred shipping. Maybe they always get a day early on a product drop, especially if it's a physical product, right? Even if you're a services-based business, you might say, I only have enough, like for my organizer lady, she can only handle organizing so many homes in like a week or a month. She can get sold out too with services, right? And artists can say, I can create one-of-a-kind art, but hey, there's only so many hours in a day. You're going to pay a premium because these are unique products, but you're going to book my time. So I might have a sale on, my services. You get a package or you order a creation for me, and that's it. I'm sold out for the month. Urgency and scarcity does not have to be false, but when you haven't bought from me yet, cart open and cart close is an important thing. So when I do a launch of a course or when I launch digital products, there is cart open, cart close on it for a reason. My sales go up. people want to get into that members area, and then they can buy back issues at their leisure because membership has its privileges, right? Makes sense? So let me give Michelle and Shannon examples of what I would do to get people on their email list. Now, typically a coupon when you're a products-based business or even a services-based business, like free consultation or 20% off your first lawn cutting or your first organization session, whatever, they can work for products or services. If you're a coach that has a monthly coaching package, maybe the first month is if you turn in your coupon at half price, right? Whatever. So for Shannon, you sell, let me make sure I'm doing this right. So if you're not offering a coupon, and it should never be less than 20%, Shannon, Michelle, or anybody else, if you're offering a coupon that is less than 25% off, less than 20% off, go Google these stats because I'm not talking through my hat here. You will suck at getting people on your email list. You'll just suck all day long. A lot of people consider under 20% a slap in their face, and they just can't be bothered. Am I saying you'll never get a subscriber and I can guarantee it? No. I'm just saying if you're not getting any or many subscribers and your coupon isn't at least for 20% off, or a free consultation or something, depending upon your business model, that's going to be very enticing to them, then they're not motivated to subscribe to you. Also, if you never mention the link in bio on Instagram or go to the About page on Facebook, or you don't know how to link the banner picture post on a Facebook page or group, you don't know how to create a caption for it and put the link to subscribe to your email list, or like take a look at Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, like the Facebook group. It says tap on the link to get access to a 20% off coupon from your first order. People tap on that link all the time to join our email list. We're on the march to 10,000 people for that email list for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, which is one location that is a 765 square foot building in the middle of nowhere, New York. And it's a 7-figure business. And whenever they announce a new special on email, whenever they put out a coupon or a BOGO or a sale, or they have a special event like Christmas in July recently, it's like printing money. People on their email list, they buy. They redeem the coupons, they show up. It's like printing money because they know their audience and they serve up what they want and they give them the promotions and stuff that makes sense for that business model. Coupons work for a lot of business models. If you're not offering a coupon or it's under 20%, that's part of your problem. If the link in the bio goes to your Etsy shop or to your website or whatever, that's part of your problem because most people aren't primed to buy yet. It's free to subscribe or follow. It's free to get on an email list. You might get a coupon, but you want to check things out. And then maybe you get distracted by something shiny, but at least when they're on your email list, you can keep emailing them at least weekly, if not more. And you can remind them if they have a coupon, use it. Or if they're a VIP, membership has its privileges, right? This is how you sell. You can't just put out random acts of content and go, why isn't anybody going to my, about page on Facebook or my bio on Instagram or my bio on TikTok? Why aren't they looking me up? Because some people will, but most won't. If you don't have a call to action at least a couple times a week saying go to the link in bio, if you're talking on a live and you don't drive people to your email list, you're not going to get subscribers. That's why. If you are like, okay, I'm a coach or a course creator, here's my problem. Maybe I'm not really coupon based. Well, do you have an email opt-in? That's a freebie that is still substantial, and a 1 or 2 page PDF or checklist, depending upon what it is, could really be a big deal. I've had people who do health coaching and stuff like that, even a food shopping list for a week that, if you consume these things as snacks or as meals or in some combinations thereof, and then if you drink lots of water, you can lose 5 pounds in a week, bam, you will get people to sign up for your list. Even people who sell essential oils in the accoutrement, if you have like a checklist or a tip sheet or a cheat sheet for oils for, whatever claim you're going to make, be careful, depending upon your industry, you have to disclaimer and all that. But, if the opt-in is enticing enough, they will come. If you don't have an opt-in, you don't talk about the opt-in, and then you don't remind the email list to use their opt-in, whether it's a coupon or you using that freebie or whatnot, you're not selling. You're just spraying and praying. That's why. So hold on. Shannon says, I do a coupon. Is it for 20% or more? And I also pick one subscriber each month to get a free half pan of watercolor for that month. That's kind of cool. And it will increase loyalty for your community overall to do that. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill does a raffle for their email list members only. Okay? So a subscriber to your email list, that's good because you're rewarding your VIPs. That's cool. You have to be on Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill's email list to get involved in their monthly raffle that they tend to run for like 5 to 10 days. And it's usually it's usually an ice cream cake. It could be something different. And it has a value of a minimum of $30 and above. So when they talk about it on social, when they talk about it on lives or whatever, guess what? Their email list grows, right? So I like that idea, but is your coupon for 20% or more? Because if it's under 20%, you're not going to get as many subscribers as you could. And if you're not reminding people, and you may feel like a broken record reminding them daily or close. And you're going to be like, how pushy, how aggressive. But you have different people looking at you at different times throughout the day that may or may not be subscribers or followers yet, but they should be, right? So you have to treat every piece of content as though it stands alone. So every piece of content should have some sort of call to action. It doesn't always have to be salesy, but it's free to follow or subscribe. So sometimes your call to action is that. It's free to get on an email list. They pay nothing. They exchange an email address in exchange for a coupon or a goodie, right? So that's free. Most people need to be wooed and wined and dined with live streams and email and content. And the younger they are, millennials and younger, the more they want that, or they get pissed and they're not going to buy or they're not going to redeem that coupon. Sorry, if you're selling to baby boomers and older Gen Xers, you might get away with more cut and dry stuff because they're not used to living the social life the way Gen Z and all of Gen Y or millennials are used to. You pick the niche. You have to understand the psychographics. You have to understand their behavior on and offline. Every piece of content has to remind them that you're a business owner. This is who you serve. This is how you serve it. You can discuss whatever is being depicted or shown in the content, whether it's sales-based, relationship-based or not. And then what's your call to action, right? So you have to be able to drive them to your email list at least a couple times a week, or they're going to not even think about it. At least many of them will, right? You can't hide that email list under a bushel basket or say, all right, Stacey, I listened to you. My link in bio isn't to my website or my Etsy site. It's to capture leads to get a coupon. But the problem is, I'm not getting too many opt-ins. Are you even posting every day? Does your post have a call to action? Do your posts identify that you're a business owner? Because it's not just the followers or subscribers that are going to see it, but the people who pull it up and search. Because some people will go to your bio and check you out and say, oh, they're a business owner. But some will be like, yeah, I love that quote. Bye. Yeah, I like that tip trick technique. Thanks. They don't know. Okay. Shannon Foster, I have Etsy and their coupons work differently. I think I would have to manually create a coupon for the first order each time. And Michelle McLaughlin, wow, great advice. Thank you, Miss Michelle. Personal Space Creation says you have to live close to Joe's to win. Still waiting for a Tennessee location. I know, girl. I know. Shannon says my coupon for email subscribers is not currently for 20%. I'll have to evaluate my pricing to make sure I can support it. My best advice is always to raise your prices. And I know that that's something that can get some business owners to molt off all their skin and hair. As my original mentor said, and I'm going to say to you guys, price high enough so that you can discount low enough. You don't want to cut your nose off to spite your face. And my nose is all ripped up from being sick. So thank you guys for your patience on that. Hold on a second. So yes, no matter what your business model is, you're always going to have to reevaluate your pricing, because even with coaches, course creators, people that sell digital downloads and stuff like that, a lot of times we sell too cheaply because we're just desperate for the sale. The cheaper you are, not only is it that and some things are meant to be low price, like a digital asset bundle does not have to be astronomical, but my courses can be as high as $9.97. I'm launching something in October that's going to be $9.97, but it's such a deep dive and so comprehensive that after that first launch, it's going to be $1,997. Okay, we have to over deliver at every price point, no matter what we're selling and who we're selling it to, of course. But, you have to price high enough so that if you're running discounts, you can discount low enough. So product-based businesses, especially when you're selling tangible, fungible goods, yes, it is a delicate balance because unlike the digital folks, the coaches, the course creators, even services-based people, they do have some number crunching to do because maybe there's supplies that they use, right? Like my organizer has the organizing supplies. She will do some light cleaning and stuff too. She's not a housekeeping service, right? So she always has to factor that into her numbers, even though you're basically paying for her experience and her labor, right? And then whatever kind of coaching or counseling that she gives you so that you can keep everything organized moving forward. Even she has some tangible, fungible goods that she has to factor into her pricing. So for products-based business, whether you sell on Etsy or you don't, yes, you do have to look at your ingredient costs, your whatever kind of machinery-based costs, what refills, whatever it is that's going to go into getting all this stuff created, your ingredient costs, whatever, your artists, your supplies. And then there's the value of your time. And, then there's what your industry will support. You always should price amongst the highest in your industry because also not only is it painting with a broad brush, granted, the cheaper your prices, the cheaper the type of clientele that you can attract. This is painting with a very broad brush. And I'm going to throw out my standard disclaimer that someone's net worth is not synonymous with their self-worth or with their worth as a human. But when you tend to price higher, people who pay more attention and they tend to be a better class. So when you're looking at your pricing, if you can't afford a 20% coupon to be turned in every day of the week, you are cheapening the people that you're going to attract. You are, because your prices aren't high enough to get a better clientele, and a better clientele can buy from you more and more often. So whether it's watercolor supplies or art or stickers and stationery, or anything else, essential oils, candles, anything that's consumable goods. It doesn't just mean you eat them. They're goods that you go through because you'll burn through the candles, you'll use up the oils, you'll use up the art supplies, you will use up the paper and stickers, or you're collecting them and you want more and more and more, right? You'll use up the makeup and skincare, right? Like think about it, right? A lot of things are consumable goods, even though they're not edible goods. You want the type of clientele who can afford to buy from you every single month at a minimum. You need to price higher because there is why is it so cheap? Someone who has more money like me, if I happen to be in your niche and I see that you have bargain basement pricing, I might run away from you going, what's the problem? I don't know. Are they so cheap because they're cutting corners on the process? They're using cheaper materials. They're using cheaper ingredients. You could be screwing yourself out of more money just for that reason alone. So yes, raise your prices. Almost always when I have a new student studying under me, they almost always have to raise their prices. So Personal Space Creations, or Bridget, says we do offer a coupon code, a new one every week for 20%, but you have to read the email to get it. Then because we're a brick and mortar, we have another VIP day where they can get treats in shop, right, with the discount. Shannon says, currently I'm a bit above the middle price range. Raise your prices immediately. I've streamlined my paint making process, so we'll definitely take a look at numbers this week. Shannon, you're not doing yourself a service. I don't care if people are selling products, services, or artists who blend their products and services together. Your time you can't ever get back. Your time is precious. And if anybody's going to tell you, and Bridget and I have had this conversation a few times before when she first started studying under me, when they raised prices, whether it was family members who were like, who do you think you are, girlfriend? To customers who were like, I could buy that cheaper in Walmart. Good, because you're going to get Walmart quality and Walmart customer service. And you're a Walmart customer with either a Walmart mentality or a Walmart budget. No, thank you. If I'm a products-based business, or I'm an artist, or I sell anything, I want the type of people who, once they buy from me, they want to buy from me all the time. Do you know how many jewelry-based business people I have who, whether they sell on Etsy or their own website, or parallel on both, and lots will do parallel on both, and they will just have their best sellers and evergreen stuff on Etsy and just use Etsy as a traffic source, because selling through your own website over time does become cheaper. You build up your own email list that way, that you can lure people off Etsy onto your own email list. Be careful, but you can do that. You can email them a transactional email and say, hey, listen, if you sign up for my email list, I can actually, I'll give you a refund and run the sale through my own site, and I will give you a 20% off coupon code. And then you're on my email list, and you'll get my coupons, my promotions, fun YouTube videos that I shoot. You can come to live streams for a trunk show, or we can talk shop about that intersecting interest. Who the hell doesn't want to be part of your community? You're only interesting to them because you're interested in them and you're interested in that intersecting interest. Now, like Nicola Cousins said before, as a nod back to her, you have a community that loves you and what you're all about. That KLT factor increases. Do you know how many jewelry businesses I have? I'm on their list as to see what my students are doing, right? And they have a sale every week or 3 times a month, and their 6 figures are close. And they made sure that they priced either at the highest in their industry or close to it. And in the beginning, they were scared. I'm going to be too pushy. People are going to get off my list. I'm pricing too high. Who wants to buy it? Would you rather have a Walmart crowd, or would you rather have the well-heeled crowd that they would actually look askance at you if you were cheap, because they'd be afraid that your stuff is cheap, right? And they have the financial ability to buy for you for more than just birthdays and the end of the year holiday. How you make money as a business and get to 6 figures, multiple 6 figure and 7, is because you're actually selling every dang day. Okay, I have some more comments. There you go. Bridget said that, and if Onika Ben Schwartz from Design Pretty was here, and that's a 6-figure business, folks, she would say the same thing. When we raised prices, they did fewer transactions, but have increased income. No kidding. No kidding. Juju Treats, what's up? Oh my God. Hi at Juju Treats. What's going on? She says, hey, hope you're feeling okay. Look at all this, girl. I'm on the mend, but it ain't pretty. Second, raising prices. It attracts a better quality of customers. I'm going to give a round of applause. Any of my longtime students know that. Some of my 6-figure and close to 6-figure students can barely hang around on chats anymore because they're so dang busy. They're so dang busy that they can't even come to these anymore. Nicola says, I must be doing something right, all of these mentions. Yes, because you get it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Michelle says, I create earring cards for many jewelry sellers, and they order hundreds and thousands and need more the next week. I can't believe how fast they sell their stuff. Yup. So Melissa Pickle from, she's one of the people I'm thinking of who sells jewelry, and she can sell 3 and 4 collections a month. And what would have been unheard to her before, and she sells bullet jewelry. It's not the only thing she sells, but it's one of the things that she became known for. She takes spent bullet jewelry casings and she turns it into wearable art or jewelry. Melissa Pickle would tell you she's 3 to 4 trunk shows, sales, promotions, coupons, product launches a month. And she says she cannot believe, or at least she's become accustomed to now, but initially she could not believe how many people would be buying jewelry that are regulars every single week. Starla Moore, for those people who are fans of her, I love me Miss Starla, and her husband Mark, they're sweethearts. Starla, she can launch a collection as often as she wants, and she'll sell out on the more limited piece collections, and then she'll sell well or sell out on anything she puts in her shop, does a trunk show on, anything like that. And she's got regulars who buy all her pieces, or at least weekly, or at the very, very least monthly. So what does that do to kind of unlock your mentality about, you know what, selling more to make more? You're not peddling smut or trash, people. You are peddling your life's work, whether it's products, art, whether it's services, whether it's your knowledge. You should be priced at the top of your industry, or you are actually like putting pearls before swine, as they say. Anyone that's going to scoff at your better pricing doesn't give a crap about you, doesn't give a crap about how much time you spend to create these things, to market these things. Even when I create courses, it's never in a day or a weekend. Geez, that's my lifespan. You want to go spend on Walmart trash, Target cheap stuff? Get out of here. I don't want to sell to you anyway. I'm not your cheap smut peddler. I'm an artist. I'm a creator. I'm a serious business person. I'm a knowledgeable entrepreneur. I am an experienced artist. I only want to sell to those who are worthy of me, and through my relationship marketing and my talking shop about that intersecting interest, I can prove that I'm worthy of them, because they will know, like, and trust me enough. And they will understand with like Maker Monday, Tip Tuesday, Technique Thursday, Win Wednesday, Fun Friday, Soulful Saturday or Sunday, like all this stuff that shows them how it's made, why it's made, who I serve, wins they've had. This is why you need to do the content marketing, because unless you're already big and people are searching you up, you are going to get drowned out in seconds. You don't know how to create your content, plan it out, create it, optimize it so it can be found in search, publish it persistently and consistently on the top 2 social media platforms that are most important to your niche. I'm sorry, daily. And then you multiply that content, posting it on other, Me Too social media platforms, sending links out to it in your email list. Here's the YouTube video. Here's a link to a replay on Facebook for a trunk show I did, or a tip, trick, technique thing that I did live. How can I serve you live? If you're not doing that, you are just spraying and praying that people will trip across you digitally and buy your stuff. And it can happen. It just ain't going to happen a lot. So that's why you plan out your sales, then you plan out the warm-up content for your sales, and then anywhere else that there's a hole, let me close the loop on that, is definitely relationship marketing. Can something like the popularity plan help you with the relationship marketing? Sure. Can it help you with your once a week email marketing? Sure. Can a tool like Flick help you to optimize on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter with the right type of hashtags that'll get you found? Sure. Right? Let's see. Whoa. Hi at Tiffany Roberts. She says, what about jewelry, specifically non-consumables? Okay, I did say it earlier. I'll try if so go back, Tiffany, and listen to the replay of this one to post, because there's a lot of good stuff in here for you. And look at that. I love it when my clientele works with each other. As long as they're not sending them to competitors of mine, then that would be rude, right? But I love Tiffany and Michelle. Look at that. I'd love a link to your shop for earring cards for my products. I usually package in incredibly expensive packaging, but for my lower tier items, I'd love some cute cards. Sorry. No, don't be sorry, Tiffany. I started at 10 a.m. So I will definitely, holy crap, I've been going for 2 hours. I didn't even know that. Time flies when you're having fun. I'll definitely go back. Sorry, I was feeding the newborn. Well, congrats on the newborn. I hope they're doing well. Tiffany, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do. Click that bell notification. Make sure you select all, because I go live once a week minimum on Wednesdays, even when I'm ridiculously sick. And I will answer questions for people who can't attend live. The replay will be posted, and you can ask any other questions that you want in the comments. And I'm usually pretty good to go back and answer my comments on really all of my YouTube videos, let alone my replays. Are you drinking a medicine ball? I feel bad that you're sick. Thank you for your time. You're amazing. I love you guys. I really do. Am I drinking a medicine ball? What is this? No, this is this. Ah! Oops. This is iced coffee, because otherwise I wouldn't be here at all. I'd be in bed sleeping. Am I drinking medicine bowl? What's that? I don't know. But definitely subscribed to all. I've been listening, but I think I missed a bit. You're incredible at answering everything. Thank you. Ha ha ha. Coffee is medicine. I will have to say that today has been powered by coffee, everybody. And orange juice, but that can burn the hell out of your throat. Oh, Starbucks is a medicine ball drink. I did not know. I don't go to Starbucks too often, but when I do, I'll usually get some form of iced coffee. But I will have to look into the medicine ball drink. See, I was ignorant. I had no idea. You taught me something today, Miss Michelle. So yes, when it comes to jewelry, like everybody else, a lot of jewelry people, I remember having someone, I will not mention her name. She is one of my regular students. She's remained one of my regular students. If anybody knows her from the community, don't out her, because she started out kind of like, well, I sell jewelry and I love what I do and I love who I do it for. But like jewelry isn't a necessity. It's not a consumable good, which is true. Although if you're like one of the things that Personal Space Creations sells, I won't sell the product. I won't show the product, but this is an example. They do sell essential oils. They do teach about it. They have jewelry that you can put essential oil in. And so that jewelry has a consumable element to it. But most people don't have things like that, right? So it's like, okay, I love jewelry, but how much jewelry does somebody need? Like jewelry isn't a consumable good. Like I could see consumable goods like candles and oils and makeup and skincare and like, stickers or stationery that people use and send out, or watercolors. Is it Nicola Cousins? One of my people sell like beads to like people who love to create for themselves or as part of the business. It's B2B and B2C oriented, right? So, I mean, here's the thing. But I was like, how much jewelry does somebody need when people like Starla Moore, who specializes in skeleton keys, all right, that's got a very narrowed down niche. If she can sell every month to a lot of her following and every week globally for a skeleton key type necklace, you mean to tell me that you can't get people buying every month? Yes, you can. Your collections may have to focus on not just like trends in fashion. That's one way where a lot of people will be like, they collect jewelry. So if it's not consumable, it's a collectible good. So some people just love to collect skeleton key necklaces, or some people just love to collect jewelry. They love it so much. They have a different outfit for like practically every day of the month. Why wouldn't they want different pieces or even full collections for everything that they wear? And fashions change and seasons change, right? Trends change, right? But also you could do things like, let's see, what's a good example that I could use that would work for jewelry? Okay, so going back to Diane Kitzero with the Pisansky eggs. See, I remembered who it was now. I was like, okay, I know that Pisansky eggs have a very narrow following, and that's a collectible good. It's not so much a consumable good. You're not going to eat the eggs. They're like wood, and they're decorated, right? But it's very intricate decorations. So Diane was like, come Christmas time, I sell these things as gifts all the time. Come Easter, I sell them all the time. I defy you, Stacey Storino, to teach me how to be able to sell this thing on a monthly basis, subtracting from Easter, and Christmas, end of the year holiday stuff. How am I going to do that? I said, oh my God, Miss Diane Kitzero, and some of my longtime students will remember this. I got like jacked, and I said to her, listen, you could have painted wooden Pisansky eggs to go with every major holiday, every tentpole event holiday. You could have them go with birthstone colors. You could have them go with astrological signs. You could, and then have separate, like more solid with decorated for just birthstone colors, astrological signs. You could have them for the seasons. You could have them for the month. You could have them for presidential elections. You could have them for sporting events. You could have them for, and she's like, okay, I give up. So honestly, could you have jewelry that rides all of these holidays, tentpole events, seasons, birthstones, astrological signs, right? Like sports, all the different type of sports. My God, the only limitation is your imagination. When you understand your audience, you can understand various talking points that are important to them when it comes to a pain point, or if we're talking about a collectible good that can be like jewelry, a passion point. It is very important. If you're selling collectible jewelry to people who are older and or overweight, you can actually, if that's your narrowed down niche that you want to focus on, you could say, hey, you know, you may feel like the bloom of the rose of your beauty has fallen off. And I would argue with that, and let me love you and support you. Maybe I'm one of you, or maybe I started serving people like you because I love my mother, my sister, my aunt, my grandmother, and I want to celebrate women as they transition to different phases of life. Do you know what? I want you to be able to feel beautiful through the jewelry. You're losing weight, you're struggling with your weight. One way that you can feel beautiful while you're in transition with your weight and or your health is through your jewelry. I mean, we could do this all day long. The different stones that look beautiful against different type of skin colors, the different stone colors and metals that look good against skin, bad against skin, what goes with what type of fashion. You could be talking shop with people in your relationship marketing all day long until they go, the next piece of jewelry that I buy is from this girl. Get it? Wow, I can't. God bless you, Starbucks. Okay. All right. Let me see. Tiffany's right. Oh gosh, yes, darn, OJ is so good, but always need acid reducers. Yeah, I can't have too much of it, but when you're sick, you can't, your body doesn't store vitamin C. So either take it in supplements or drink more OJ. Nicola says, yep, that's me, beads and jewelry making supplies. I have thousands of students over the years. It is hard to remember y'all, but I try. Tiffany says, I tried a subscription collection like that, but not my passion. I love fine jewelry, silver, argentium, semi-precious gemstones, and honestly love melting that metal. So yes, trying to find that more specific niche. Love it. Well, Nicola's stuff is definitely more consumable because they go through materials like crazy, whether people are making stuff for themselves because they like DIY as gifts, or, you know, you're B2B, right? And you're a supplier for a business. I go through my materials like crazy, sometimes just melting them accidentally. Love that astrology idea, a person passion too. Love it. Yep. Shannon Foster says, try adding pineapple juice to your OJ. Oh, that might be a good idea. I think that what I need to work on is figuring out who to market to better in order to design with them in mind. I'm allergic to pineapple. No. They say it isn't about you, what you like, it's what your clients want. That's true, Michelle. And also, here's the thing. So when you're trying to make jewelry, for example, or anything, guys, whether it's a consumable good, a collectible good, no matter what it is, or even when you're doing a course, when you are starting out small to medium-sized business, you can't be everything to everybody. At some point, you might be able to transcend that you become that or close. But when you are first starting out, even if you have a ton of business experience, but you're getting new when it comes to doing, oh goodness, when you are new when it comes to doing social media marketing, email marketing, content marketing, you cannot sell jewelry to everybody. Okay. Like a lot of times when somebody comes to me new as a paid student of mine, they make the mistake of going, I'm selling jewelry to women. I go, wow, narrow down more. Okay. Millennial women. Okay. Narrow down more. That's too many. And all those hashtags and keywords will get you drowned in seconds. And think about it. If somebody's searching up content to binge on freaking Instagram, Facebook, even Pinterest, anywhere, are they searching up millennial woman? No. What are they searching up? Are they searching up jewelry? Maybe, but you'll still get drowned in seconds. Are they searching up earrings? Maybe, but you'll get drowned in seconds. How do you get found? By using keywords and or hashtags to optimize your content so that you get found. And then how can you talk shop with someone? If you sit down with a stranger who happens to be a millennial woman, even if you're a millennial woman, and you go, hey, we're millennial women. And what? How are you going to build up a grassroots revolution of millennial women who just love your jewelry because it's so pretty? Oh, come on. You can't do that. How are you going to get found? And how are you going to get somebody to slow their scroll, even if they pull you up out of a bajillion people using earrings, Argentinium earrings, whatever? And they're just like, okay. And then there's like a million other pretty things to look at. Ooh, pretty. Bye. What is that first line in that caption? It gets them to slow their scroll or stop their scroll and go, ooh, you got me. Now I'm going to click more or see more, depending upon the platform parlance. Get that caption to open up. Ooh, you understand me. So think about it. You have to create content, products, services, packages, courses with a specific person in mind. So when they show up on a piece of your content, on a video or whatever, it's like you're holding up a mirror to them and they go, wow, that's me. Or that's someone that's so much like me. They get me, they understand me. Let me consume more of their content. They really get me and understand me. Yes, I'm going to follow them. Yes, I'm going to subscribe to them. Yes, I'm going to get on their email list. Yes, I want to hear from them. They're emailing me at least weekly. Yup, they're reminding me that they exist. Yes, they get me. They could talk shop with me all day long. Talking shop with a millennial mom with 2.5 kids about jewelry? What? Are they an astrology freak? Do they love stones? Are they fashionistas? Are they into disposable, content? Do they like capsule collections? You have to understand your narrowed down niche of an audience, right? Is your stuff ethnic centric? Is it for white collar professionals who, do you create, my goodness, there are people of 6 and 7 figure businesses selling mugs to lawyers. And that's the end of the story. T-shirts to accountants. Are you narrowed down enough that your relationship marketing shows that whether you're sharing a meme or a joke, you're sharing a tip, trick, technique, you're curating content, that you get them in their lives, and so your products, your services fit in their lives? They're not going to buy from you if you don't. They're not. None of them will. Oh, la, la, la. Sorry, meant sub collection with the whole aromatherapy beads. Yeah, but not my fave. If it's not your favorite, then don't do it. So I agree to a point. How can you make jewelry that fits a niche that you don't hate making? Okay, that's a fair question, Michelle. La 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 la. La 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 la. I actually have it under. It's Unbound by Tiffany LLC. The brand is Unbound. Thank you, Stacey. You're amazing. Juju Treat says, second at Michelle McLaughlin, it's easier to start conversations if your products are already about your niche. I've had regular fangirls about my candles after I pivoted. Yeah, Juju Treats has been studying under me for a while, and she's experienced. She knows what she's doing. Tiffany says, any resources you can recommend that can help on narrowing down and getting in that info on people. I always struggle with that market research. I don't know, Tiffany, if you have Funnel Fairy Godmother Focus was a course that I sold probably around this time last year. A lot of people bought it, like a lot. There's a lot more people bought it that even made it into the Facebook group, folks. That whole course, that whole mini course was just like it was a couple of hours and the price point was small, but all it did was go, okay, everybody, demographics is important. You need to make those decisions because that's the skeleton that you start with when you build your ideal customer. But then we talk about psychographics, what those are, why those are important, how that puts the flesh on the bones of your ideal customer, and how you can then know that person. You've created that person. It's like Frankenstein. They're alive. And then you can go out in theory in your head and sit down and get a beer with them, or okay, if you're a non-alcoholic, you can get a Starbucks with them, a glass of water with them, and you could talk shop about their lives and about that main pain point or that main passion point all day long. So that you're not just putting out sales-based posts, you're putting out relationship marketing-based posts that talk about that person and that pain that they need to solve, or that passion that they just want to satisfy. It's like all the difference between selling eco-friendly skincare for women. Yeah, good luck with that. Versus eco-friendly skincare for millennial moms who also train for Tough Mudder competitions, who work out in gyms and need skincare that they won't sweat off, that also won't hit with cross-contamination so much when they're touching the barbells, when they're training, or they're climbing the ropes because they're training for their next decathlon. Get it? You can take that person out with relationship marketing and talk all the time, and at least, even if it's straight up relationship marketing, you're saying this is sales. You're saying in your caption at some point before you sign off on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, on a live stream, on a YouTube video, you say, I am a business owner who creates X for Y person so that they can get Z result. And that is my passion. Don't you dare create or do anything that you're not passionate about. And you better want to fall in love and marry that person that you're meant to serve. If you don't have those pieces put together, you have too fuzzy of a concept and you're not going to sell. You're not going to know how to optimize your content. You're not going to know how to be found, and you are not going to know how to make those people fall in love with you because you are so in love with them. Oh my God, Starbucks. I'm so sick. I can't believe I'm doing this. You would fall in love with them that you could talk to them and you could post to them and you could do live streams with them and you can create YouTube videos for them. You can't wait to create content for them because you love them. And people want to be part of your grassroots revolution that's made for X people. You do Y so that they can get Z results. People aren't buying your products. They're buying what it means for them to get the main benefit behind your product. If you are fuzzy on the person and you are fuzzy on the pain point or the passion point, don't bother going forward with your business yet because it's going to be hard to get many or any sales if you don't. You are a face in the crowd. You might understand conceptually about keywords and hashtags, but you don't know how to be found by somebody who is dialing up content because the problem bothers them so much that they are trying to find a solution at 3 a.m. in the morning. Or they're so passionate about jewelry, a particular type of jewelry, and they're so passionate that on their spare breaks, they're trying to find content that will tickle their fancy, and they're going to join communities of like-minded people like them. That should be starring the brand leader, which is you. That's how you go to multiple 6 figures. That's how you even go to multiple 5 figures if you can, let alone 6 figures, let alone multiple 6 figures, let alone, yes, I do have a 7-figure client. The end. All right. Let's see. Hey, Juju Treats, Focus is amazing, worthwhile making time to study it. Yeah, so that's a course that I will relaunch. The partner that I was partnered up with, her tech guy has to migrate over from her account to my account in ClickFunnels because that's where I host my course stuff. Y'all knew this had to be coming. Sorry. Funnel Fairy Godmother courses, including Focus, is getting migrated over to my accounts from my partner's accounts. As soon as they are, I will relaunch them. Yes, so Shannon Foster, that's answering your question. Will Focus be available again? But thank you, Juju Treats, for the shout out. You're one of the many, many people who bought it. Focus is amazing, worthwhile making time to study it. Daniela says, thank you so much for your time, Stacey. So much good info here. I will be listening to this video again. Feel better soon. Thank you. Tiffany says that the course is still available and purchased already. Sorry, I've been out of the loop for a while. You have a newborn, so I totally understand. Yes, I love this. I'm so sorry you're sick, but so grateful you're here and helping. You're incredible. Seriously. Yay. Oh, yeah, and Benji's sick too. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Benji. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know. But he's not even the tech guy. Mick Lester's the tech guy, but he got married and he went away on a 1-week honeymoon, of course. So he's just getting back. So I think like next week, because he's getting back up to everything else he has to do normally. And then Renee's lending him out because Renee and I are still friends. She pivoted her focus. But she and I are going to have a team up in the future. What? Shh. Shh. Nobody say anything. Shh. We're going to have a different team up in the future. That's that $997 course I'm coming out with in October. But yes, so I definitely think next week, oh, that's good. And congratulations to him at least. And I'm glad you guys are still good. Yeah, it was nothing personal at all. It was nothing personal at all. Renee is really focusing more if you look at her YouTube channel, Where's the Shock, she's focusing more on like Amazon, FBA type stuff. And then, yes, like eBay type stuff and like arbitrage type stuff. Yes, my understanding is that she's going to continue to support, perpetually or for the foreseeable future, Ultimate Architect and Handmade Titan University. So if you have those things already, no worries. And she is doing updates and she is supporting that, no worries. My understanding is that Benji is only doing support and work for Ultimate Architect. Just so you know, but I'm sorry that he's sick. Her brick and mortar too. Yes, she does have her Pristis brick and mortar too. So she has so many other things going on that she decided to decouple with the partners in the partner program. Nothing was going wrong. Nothing was annoying her or anything like that. So I addressed it in all my student groups. Yeah, good. Yes, I have Architect, but I had to switch from SiteGround. They got way too pricey. Folks, no offense. I use GoDaddy. I use it for all of my domain names. I use it for all of my hosting. The end. Anything else has great teaser rates, and then they just become either as expensive as GoDaddy, or maybe they're not quite as expensive. And I'm not a shill for GoDaddy. I don't have any affiliate links anywhere for it. It's just what I use. Their customer service is 24/7, 7 days a week. And if you speak English, they have people who speak English clearly, whether English is their first language or not. And if you go and chat, intelligent writing, like great corporate culture, they love what they do. You don't have support tickets hanging around forever. I'm sorry, I got a business to run. I don't have time for shenanigans because I'm going to get it dirt cheap. Now, SiteGround, I think when Renee first started recommending it, was like a scrappy company and everything, but I still was like, you can't get me away from GoDaddy. The renewal got super pricey too, found inner server, and they don't raise prices, and it's unlimited everything. Okay, well, I don't know enough about that, but I will tell you GoDaddy's been the big daddy for like ever and a day, and I don't wait for nothing, and it's service with a smile, and they're good with everything from the domain name to the hosting. So I'm not a shill for it. There's no affiliate links anywhere. I'm just telling you that's what I use. Y'all use what you want. And Ultimate Architect is how I found Renee in the first place, because I don't sell on Etsy. But she also knew I was coaching people for years, and she was stalking me in one of my student groups, and I didn't even know it. Okay, so when everything, and Google domains, okay. So I will tell you, make sure that you're on my email list and you stay on my email list. I model what I ask my students to model. Now, my health's been kind of crazy, and the migration madness kind of skewed stuff for a while. But as the weeks continue, y'all see I'm sending you emails more and more regularly. And that's because it works. For the few unsubscribes that I get, the email list itself stays largely intact. The open rates are great. The click-through rates on anything that I share is great. So for those defectors, meh, whatever, you're going to get unsubscribes. And the bigger you get, the more unsubscribes you may get on the daily or weekly or whatever. You cannot allow yourself to view that as a rejection. And believe me, I remember back into 2013-14 when I started to grow my email list, and I was just ecstatic to get to 10 people who weren't my husband and my mother on that list. They were like 10 live people out in the wild. And then if I got an unsubscribe, I was like, what did I do? Was I too pushy? Should I have not have sent another email this week? No, Jesus. People unsubscribe for like a bunch of different reasons, and a lot of times it may have nothing to do with you. And even if they're like, ew, you ran a sale, spammy content. Oh my God, get off my list. I'm a business. If you are mortally wounded by the fact that I have a promotion 2 times a month or more, whatever. I suppose you're the same person who stands across the street at a Macy's and yells and screams at them. How dare you be open for business every day? You're too pushy. Oh, come on. I know a lot of my students laugh when I get on a soapbox like that, but anytime you feel bad about it, especially if you're female, you're an older female, the closer you are to Gen X and baby boomer, the harder it is for you to just be like, okay, sell. Gen Zers, they all want to be self-employed and they want to sell to you all day long. The younger you are as a millennial, the more this stuff connects with you faster. But if you feel pushy because you're running 2 sales a month, I hope you're independently wealthy, because I'm really not sure how you're going to really make a profitable business out of anything. Who cares, Tiffany? You can monopolize the chat all you want. As you could see if you scroll up on the chat, a lot of people commented and asked questions before. So Tiffany says, oh my God, yes, an email list that isn't your mom and husband. Working on that again now that I have any time again. So true. And my emails literally multiple times a day from any brick and mortar. Why do you think that they do that, everybody? They do that. Like Macy's could send you a bunch of times. Estee Lauder, like fill in the blank. They send emails to you daily to multiple times a day. Why do they do that? Because they're stupid and pushy and boorish and aggressive? No, it's because it works. That's why. And so, yeah, you're going to get some people who unsubscribe. And who knows why, especially if they don't give a reason. Like usually email service providers, it'll say like none given, or, to leave it blank or whatever. And some people will unsubscribe and go, too many emails, sorry. And I'm like, bye. Like, who cares? One thing you have to know about sales also, if you're an entrepreneur, you're in sales, whether you like it or not. One thing you have to know about sales is that you will go through 9 no's to get to a yes. There's a great thin book that I always recommend to my regular students, and it's called Go for No. And it literally tells you that if you've got to get used to rejection, because you will get rejected 9 times for every 1 yes. So if you're like, okay, I can't, how do I put this in a way that is good for any business model? If I can't accept the fact that I'm going to go through 9 no's to get to a yes, then I have to strengthen myself. Because if I want my business to be profitable, I have to do that. If I want to get to 4 figures, I have to do that. If I want to get to 5 figures, I'm going to have to do it and do it more. If I want to get to 6 figures, multiple 6, 7 and beyond, gosh, how much I have to sell. Yes, you do. But again, because you're not Macy's or Estee Lauder or whatever, and especially if your audience, your core audience is millennial or younger, you're going to have to do a lot of relationship marketing. Is it a lot of work? Yeah. Guess how many people got rich because they hung up an Etsy shop, they hung up a website on Google, maybe they optimized the crap out of one or both of those things, and then, they sit back and go, well, I don't understand. How come I'm not getting any sales? Or I have a bunch of followers. How come nobody's buying anything? I don't know. Are you selling to them? Or all you're doing is selling to them and you haven't transcended to the Macy's of your industry? Because the Macy's in your industry can get away with that. And yeah, they're going to do some relationship-based marketing too. But like you, it's flipped. You have to do relationship marketing to even be discovered. Those are the digital breadcrumbs that you leave out for people to find you. If they can't find you, they don't know you exist. And if you don't remind them that you have an email list at least a couple times a week, no wonder no one or almost no one's getting on your email list. The end. And Tiffany says, yeah, they aren't for you and your business anyways if they're like that about getting emails. Yeah, especially if you're providing value. I get people who unsubscribe from my list when I remind them about these coaching sessions. They're like, too spammy. I'm like, what? I don't get too many people saying too spammy. Most of the time, there's no reason given or they're no longer interested. And that might be what you get. A lot of, no reason given or not interested. That's like a neutral way, for somebody to say, okay, gave it a try, now I'm off. Or, you know what, I found something that I like better, or something that's more custom crafted to a person like me, right? You're going to get unsubscribes. As long as you are getting more subscribers than you are getting unsubscribers in any given week, and when you're smaller, you might get 2 unsubscribes and 3 subscribes, you're still doing the right thing. You're climbing that mountain. Every time I send out an email, I get unsubscribes. And honestly, if they're going to unsubscribe when you're doing a free Q&A, or they're going to unsubscribe because you did a YouTube video about the intersecting interests that they're digging, so you can talk shop or share a tip trick technique that can help them, and it says nothing about sales, and that's going to piss people off, they weren't going to buy from you anyway, okay? So Tiffany's right about that. And I agree with Bridget. Go for No is a great listen on audiobook too. Tiffany says, you guys are all the best. Love this whole community. Yay. Michelle says, can't wait for your templates. Is one, I don't know what to write. Two, I'm swamped and I need someone else to do it. That's one. You know what, Michelle? And this is what's really cool. Back at the beginning of, oh my God, 2.5 hours, I mentioned Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. They are on TikTok and they have grown to, I don't want to get a content strike. I don't want to get a content strike. No. Okay. If you go to Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, they are at, holy Mongolian, 713,500 subscribers as of today. As of today. Okay. That's my 7-figure client. They have so many people messaging them in their inbox for merch. It's stupid. And they're like, merch? But they have a global audience that loves them so much. They want to wear a hat. They want to wear a shirt, right? So why did I say this? Oh, so, but you have to do content marketing, right? You have to do email marketing. So when you know you're doing your job right, when people say, take my money, I'm even going to tell you different ways to take my money. I've been coaching for so long that as of like months and months and months ago, I've had students come to me saying, I understand what you're teaching and I'm doing my best, but I'm not the best at writing, and or, okay, I write pretty good, but I have kids, I have elder care, I have a full-time job, I have side hustles. How am I supposed to cover my daily base? If you were to create something for me that would help me do that from month to month, I would get it, because at least I can't afford to pay somebody even overseas to help me yet. My business is still working on profitability, and or I've got some debt to pay before I can start hiring someone overseas or hiring somebody in my country or whatever it is you want to do. That's why the popularity plan came out. You have to listen to your audience. When you create products, when you offer services, they will tell you the more they know, like, and trust you. Does that make sense? So what you said makes sense, Michelle, because people are swamped, and or they're like, I can create the graphics, I can create the videos. Well, what about the templates? Or what about the captions? Or what about the emails? Or I don't know how to create these things so that they get engagements back. Popularity plan can help you with that. And for $37 a month, it's not a subscription. You get the ones that you want. They will help you. Okay. Tiffany says, would you recommend trying to do a short exit interview with unsubscribes? No. I don't think it hurts if you want to do it, but no, I wouldn't recommend you to do it. For example, asking an unsubscribe why they did. Like an automatic optional survey of one quick question. That's what, like, even MailChimp. So most of my students use MailChimp, but not all of them. Some use ConvertKit, some use OO. I don't know about OO. I can tell you for other email service providers, including MailChimp, they automatically get hit with, why did you when they go to unsubscribe, they automatically get that one question. So usually that's built into your email service provider. I wouldn't go beyond that. But keep in mind that some people, especially the older they are, if they're Gen X baby boomer people, they might just say, when you send a sales email, spammy content. As long as you see just strays of that, I wouldn't even worry about it. And the older the demographic, the more they're like, oh my God, you emailed me and then you asked me for a sale. Like millennials and younger tend to be like, oh, okay, you asked me for a sale. I'm either going to buy or I'm not. Will there still be rancid millennials and rancid Gen Zs? Of course. I'm painting with a very broad brushstroke. With older Gen X into baby boomers, they still feel today like this is largely, I'm 50 and over. I can say this myself because I talk to my friends and my relatives and they're just like, we're strangers in a strange land. You know what I mean? So like they're not used to being sold to through social and emails as much, although with every single year more of them do. So, right? So I don't get mass crazy unsubscribes. Thank you. You're adorable and hilarious. Thank you. Imagine when I'm not sick. Okay, everybody, this is my mother. She keeps trying to call me and she's going to kill me. So get on my email list if you're not. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Make sure you click that bell notification and select all. I've got a playlist for TikTok marketing, for Instagram marketing, for entrepreneur, mom, time management, all sorts of stuff. Consume the content, and popularity plan will come out. Social Talk Shortcut is going to get relaunched next week. That's the remastered version of my TikTok course. Right after that, the next week, we will be selling the popularity plan. All right. So for September, because that's all the graphics are done. I just have to write the templates. So those will be the next 2 sales that I do. So be there, be square, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.